Trading is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
What is the TP family and how do you become part of it? Don't worry, if you're watching this, you're already part of the TP family. Now, before you ask, no, it's not take profit. That's the first thing traders think, right? TP stands for trading psychology. When Cliff Cheqona created this community, he didn't want to make it all about himself. He wanted to create a space for traders built around a simple truth. Most traders lose because their mindset isn't ready for success. So what's the TP family? It's not a company. It's not an organization. It's a movement of traders who are done chasing shortcuts, done trading emotionally, and done feeling like they're alone in this journey. Now, let me be clear. We're not here to build another Telegram or Discord group. You don't need more chats or endless notifications. All you have to do is follow our content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's where we deliver everything. Masterclasses, podcast clips, mindset tips, and even those hard truths no one else will tell you about trading. Our vision for 2025 is simple: education. We teach traders what really matters, not just strategies, but the mindset behind them. Through our TP Masterclass, podcasts, and content, we make sure traders know how to manage themselves first. Community. The TP family is all about connection, but instead of chat rooms, we meet through meaningful content that actually helps you grow. Tools. We're creating journals, simulations, and practical resources to help you track your progress and improve your trading behavior. The TP family is here to change the way traders think forever. We're not about quick wins. We're about creating strong, resilient, unstoppable traders. Welcome to the movement. Let's make 2025 the year you fix your mind and fix your trading. What is the TP family? And
Hi, TP family. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another TP Masterclass. Yay! So, I'm Tennessee Shells, and I just want to start by showing some love to everyone that continuously join us every single week. We appreciate every single one of you guys. And I just want to show some love to you guys. And thank you very much for always showing up on time to receive more information from us. And once in the chat below, just tell me where you are joining from today, and I will give you a shout out once I come back on the screen again. So if you are from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, UK, US, Dubai, South Sudan, you're welcome. Just let me know in the chat and then I'll just give you a shout out. Yes, this is the 20th episode, and yeah, we are going to keep going throughout the year. So make sure that you continue to be on time every single Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time. So if you're a first time viewer joining us for the first time, just put in the comment section below that first time. Just type in first time. And I just want to say welcome to the TP family and the TP Masterclass. Every Saturday, we show up here to provide you with impactful information to help fix your mind, to fix your trading. So, yeah, just go ahead to put down first time in the chat so that we can welcome you properly. Oh, we have Henry who is tuning in from the first time. Hi, Henry. Welcome to the TP Masterclass. We have Donald, who also tuning in for the first time. Hello. Welcome to the TP Masterclass for the first time. And I hope you join us and you continue to tune in from time to time again. And oh, we also have Steeple. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but welcome. Massive welcome. And Lisa, who is also joining us for the first time, and she's also excited. We have Santos, first time also. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I really, really, really do believe that you have joined us at the right time. And yeah, I can't wait to see your transformation with us. So if you're also watching the replay, please do put in the comment section down after this live has ended that you are watching the replay, so that we will also know that you tuned in from the replay to also receive your impactful information. Now, we also have TP Masterclass playlist. If you are new and wondering where to begin, you shouldn't worry. We have set up for you on our YouTube channel a TP Masterclass for you to be able to receive information from what is really trading psychology, so that you'll be able to understand what we are really about when it comes to the TP Masterclass. Once you go into the TP Masterclass playlist, you should start from the video titled What is Really Trading Psychology, as this episode will help you understand why you are really tuning in to fix your mind, to fix your trading. And as well as declaration, we also, from Monday to Friday, we post what we call the TP declaration. It's not just a picture, but we also make sure to put down powerful words written on it. So once you see it, do not scroll past it. Make sure you pause to read it out loud. Speak it over your day and let it enter your system before you enter the market, because you need a right mindset to enter the market from Monday to Friday, unless you trade during the weekends. But yeah, so before we continue, I just want us to take a moment to just avoid every distraction. Remove every distraction from your environment and make sure to grab your notebook and your journal, as this moment is for you. So make sure you are not just only watching us. Make sure that you participate in the comment section. You make sure that you are answering questions, asking questions in the comment section, and just participate. Don't just watch us, because you might hear something today that might unlock something you have been carrying for years, and today will be your light bulb moment. So yeah, so make sure that you participate. And also, just a quick one, but this is a very serious reminder. I always say this when we tune in for the TP Masterclass, that if anyone in the comment is trolling or spamming or distracting others, I will remove you quietly from the live session. It's not anything personal. It's just about protecting the atmosphere that we have built here for the TP Masterclass, as some people are really here fighting for their lives to really receive the necessary information that they need from us. So that's why we always come up on here for the TP Masterclass. So be respectful, respect others, respect the environment, and make sure that whatever that you put into the live chat is respectful and not distracting others. And yeah, so I'm just gonna hand over the next session to Mr. Kema. And I just also want to apologize that today we wouldn't have any book summary. Yes, we are just restructuring some few things here and there. So next week going, we will have a book summary session. So Mr. Kema is gonna come up after me and then take it out from there. But I'll see you guys afterwards. Thank you.
What is the TP family and how do you become part of it? Don't worry. If you're watching this, you're already part of the TP family. Now, before you ask, no, it's not take profit. That's the first thing traders think, right? TP stands for trading psychology. When Cliff Cheqona created this community, he didn't want to make it all about himself. He wanted to create a space for traders built around a simple truth. Most traders lose because their mindset isn't ready for success. So what's the TP family? It's not a company. It's not an organization. It's a movement of traders who are done chasing shortcuts, done trading emotionally, and done feeling like they're alone in this journey. Now, let me be clear. We're not here to build another Telegram or Discord group. You don't need more chats or endless notifications. All you have to do is follow our content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's where we deliver everything. Masterclasses, podcast clips, mindset tips, and even those hard truths no one else will tell you about trading. Our vision for 2025 is simple. Education. We teach traders what really matters, not just strategies, but the mindset behind them. Through our TP Masterclass, podcasts, and content, we make sure traders know how to manage themselves first. Community. The TP family is all about connection, but instead of chat rooms, we meet through meaningful content that actually helps you grow. Tools. We're creating journals, simulations, and practical resources to help you track your progress and improve your trading behavior. The TP family is here to change the way traders think forever. We're not about quick wins. We're about creating strong, resilient, unstoppable traders. Welcome to the movement. Let's make 2025 the year you fix your mind and fix your trading.
Hello, wonderful people out there. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly give me some ones in the chat section. Kindly give me some ones in the chat section if you can hear me loud and clear. Nelson, I see you. I hope you're doing great. Okay, so I can see some ones coming in there. It means you can hear me loud and clear. Awesome time with you all once again. Thank you all for joining the TP Masterclass. And if you don't know me, this is your first time coming here. My name is Kema, popularly known as Kema, Emmanuel Napuado. And I sort of slept thinking about you guys, right? So we made up our minds to take a detour. And then the detour has to help every single individual on the session today. So in the subsequent weeks, what we are basically going to be doing is taking us all the way back to the roots, right? To the very roots. So I know that there are some people in here who might be beginners. There are some people in here who might be intermediary, advanced level, and then all, right? At certain points in time, one of the major things that an individual needs to revisit is their foundational level. And so I just made up a point that in the subsequent week, I'm going to tackle everything right from the beginner stage, right from the onset. And it's actually going to help everybody, devoid of whatever stage you are in. If you are in the advanced level, take this as, like a refresh of your mind, taking a different perspective. You might hear things that, you might have never heard before on this particular session going in this particular direction, all right? And so I'm going to talk about the basics of the Forex market explained into detail, right? And also, one way or the other, I would bring in other financial markets when there is the need to, as we go on our journey that we have decided to go on currently, right? So when we talk about the financial market, the financial market is really, really broad. A lot of you just streamline it towards trading Forex or probably crypto or BTC. I actually met someone who thought the whole thing about Forex and all was about BTC. And I was like, how does it coincide, in what area? But then again, you just need to sit down and appreciate the ignorance that is in the industry, and then try as much as possible to put yourself in the position where you can be able to at least, clear some of the ignorance and then make people aware of certain kind of things in the market that would actually elevate their understanding of how the market works. And so that is the journey that I'm embarking on. If you're on here, it's really going to help you. Thank you so much for coming in once again. All right. So now let's go. When we talk about the financial market, we have several financial markets. You can talk of the stocks, the bonds, the equity, the options. There are several financial markets out there. Now, Forex happens to be one of the financial markets, right? Now, a lot of people will ask the question that what exactly makes the financial markets different from each other? You are saying, Kema, you are saying stocks is different from Forex. Why is stocks different from Forex? It is basically what is traded on one financial market that differentiates it from the other. It's as simple as that. For instance, if I'm to enter a marketplace, right? And in that marketplace, usually we have segmentations in a big market. If you enter a big market, we have something we call segmentation. It means that you can enter into a tomato market, right? You can enter into an onion market. You can enter into a fish market. It means when you enter into a fish market, you can find all sorts of fish over there. Recently, I got the opportunity to visit a market around my area or my vicinity, and then I realized that people have been approaching to a different side. The meat people are at a particular area because certain points in time, one particular commodity cannot survive with another commodity present, like in that jurisdiction. So I realized that meat people are different, tomato people are different, onion people are different, pepper people are different. Now, if you enter the pepper market, what are you going to see there? Pepper. If you enter the onion market, what are you going to see there? Onion. What is being sold in the onion market? It's onion. So I'll never enter the onion market and be walking around and saying, why can't I find tomatoes? Why can't I find tomatoes? Right? It means that if you are in a particular area, or if you have decided to walk a particular line or be present in a particular area, you need to sort out what is in that area. So in the financial space, in the financial market, right, as several as they are, it is what is transacted on there that makes them different. Now let's talk about transaction. When we say transaction, we are basically talking about buying and selling. That is it, an exchange, right? From point A to point B, there is an exchange. So point A has to have something that point B needs, and point B has to have what point A needs in order to release that particular thing that they have, in order for a transaction to come in place. So once that exchange is done, a transaction has been created. It's as simple as that, right? And so if you come to the financial market, Forex, stocks, equities, bonds, options, all of these ones have what they transact on there. That makes them different from each other. Now, someone will say, oh, Kema, but on the stocks market, you can find, or you can actually trade into the gold market. And on the Forex, you can also trade into the gold market, right? And then the bonds, you can also trade into the goods market. What makes them different? It is what is traded around that particular commodity that makes it different. Now, in Forex, we are trading the change in the value of that particular asset. So we are only dealing with the price of the asset when it comes to Forex. That's why we say that in Forex, it's basically about buying and selling of currencies. Buying and selling of currencies. That's what we do in Forex. So if you hear me say I'm trading gold on the Forex market, I'm not trading the gold as a commodity or owning the ownership of that particular gold. You understand me? I am actually trading the difference in the price of that particular commodity being gold. So that being said, what it means is that I can actually sell the gold price if I speculate that the price is going to decrease and make money on there. And then I can basically buy if I'm looking for it to increase, and not necessarily owning the asset gold for myself, or not necessarily owning silver. If I'm to use silver as an example, the purchase of silver or the selling of silver on the Forex market would be based on the price. And that's why we say that on the foreign exchange market, what we do is basically around CFDs, the contract for the difference. The difference in what? The difference in the value. That is all. I'll get it. So when it comes to the foreign exchange market, as I said, subsequently we will get the opportunity to talk about stocks, bonds, equities, options, and then how to actually delve into these areas. But for now, let us just channel our way into the world's biggest financial market. And I'm going to talk about why this space is the world's biggest financial market. So take some cues as I'm going on. You can pick your notepad, pick your pen, learn something. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat area. As I'm lecturing, I would be taking a look at the chat area as well to respond to some of the questions that you have in there as well. All right. So now, with the help of banks, right, a network of banks, and then what we call the NBFIs, right? So someone will ask, come on, what is this NBFIs? This NBFIs is basically the non-bank financial institutions, right? So the banks are not the only ones who trade the Forex market, right? We have non-bank financial institutions as well, like hedge funds and then other corporations that actually also help in, like the movement of price. Now, we will get to a point where we'll talk about demand and supply as a major factor in what the influence of price. But for now, let's go through this as beginners, right? So network of banks and then what? Non-bank financial institutions like ourselves, you retail trader. If you are a trader out there, and then you are trading in your own room and then doing whatever you want to do on the market, speculating, you are a non-bank financial institution, right? An individual. So I would say non-bank financial individual. All right. So now let's move on. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick comparison, right? So how big is the Forex market? We are saying that the Forex market is really huge. How big is the Forex market? Now, when we talk about the Forex market, it's the advantageous of all. Take a look at New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, Tokyo Stock Exchange. Now, this is the stock market, and I've brought to you three main stock market representations: London, Tokyo, and New York. 22.4 billion for New York, 18.9 billion for Tokyo, and then 7.2 billion for London Stock Exchange. None of this, even if you bring them together, would match up to $1 trillion. But the Forex market currently trades up to $7.5 trillion. In subsequent sessions, I'll tell you exactly why the market is able to reach that kind of cap. And this $7.5 trillion actually is traded within each day. So that is the market cap for each day. I hope you understand. The market cap for each day, as compared to New York Stock Exchange, Tokyo Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, it does not match up. And that is why we say it's the biggest, one of the factors that contributes to the Forex market being one of the biggest financial markets out there. I didn't mention all the other markets because, like the stock is probably the biggest amongst them. And then I'm comparing the biggest amongst them to the main one amongst them so that we will be able to see how exactly that is. Now, there is an illusion that is going around. A lot of people say, oh, the Forex market trades $7.5 trillion. So you can come in there and then take whatever you want. Like there is the need for me to be able to make you understand that. Even though we say that the market cap hits about 7.5 trillion, you should know that the 7.5 trillion is a global market cap, right? So now let's go in there. So the global market cap is 7.5 trillion. But we have what we call the spot market, which takes about $2 trillion. And if you think about retail market space on our own, ourselves, our space generates about 200 billion. So our space does not even reach $1 trillion, right? But we will call the whole global, like market cap, what, 7.5 trillion. But there is the need for you to know that there is a spot market, which, amounts to about $2 trillion on a daily basis. And then there is us retail market space that actually hits 200 billion. That is the market cap. So between 200 to 300 billion, that is actually it. I hope you understand. So even though we have a crazy, like idea of the fact that market is constantly running $7.5 trillion, I want you to calm down. As a retail trader, calm down. Our space, basically generates 200 billion or has a market cap of $200 billion. Now, let's take time and let's talk about what exactly or what factors contribute to the market or the Forex market being the most advantageous, as I've, like previously mentioned, right? Or aforementioned, right? Now, first one, I'm going to talk about free participation. The Forex market is one of the places that an individual does not necessarily need a certain kind of certification or a certain kind of ideology or knowledge to be able to participate in there. Now, get my words carefully.
Trading is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Welcome to the TP.
What is the TP family and how do you become part of it? Don't worry, if you're watching this, you're already part of the TP family.
All right, guys, I'm back again. Is it okay? If it's okay, give me some ones in there. If it's okay, give me some ones in there. One. If it's okay, if you can hear me perfectly, give me one in there. Let me know you can hear me so that I can move on. Okay, thank you so much, Nelson. Thank you, Nelson. I really appreciate that. All right, so I'm just going to go back. I'm assuming that when I came into talking about why Forex over other financial markets out there, like the bonds, the stocks, the equities, the options, and then all, it froze. So I'm going to go back and then start from the free participation. So what I was basically saying is the Forex market does not need you to have a certain kind of certificate to be in here. You don't need a certain kind of ideology to be in here. You don't need a certain kind of knowledge, a certain kind of wisdom to participate in trading the financial markets, specifically talking about what? Forex. Once you have that willingness to be able to join in and a spirit to basically be able to learn, you can just come in here and then participate in this space. I told a story about an individual who came into the space, like last week. I just told a story last week about an individual who came into the space and then basically was taught, like the ideology of tape reading. And then within 9 days, he took $80 to $10,100 in 9 days. And guess what? Because he didn't have the requisite understanding of how the market works and the dynamics of certain things that you need to add on to that introduction to the game, he ended up blowing the entire 10,100 US dollars in the 10th day, everything in the 10th day. So the fact that there's free participation does not mean that you do not, Kema says you do not need a certain kind of knowledge or I can come into the market and then do anything. No, what I'm trying to say is to participate, you don't need any kind of certification, ideology, no knowledge, to be acquired prior to. During, you have to acquire a certain kind of knowledge. During, I hope you understand. Great. So then it boils down to us being able to come into the space and then understanding what it takes to stay in this space for the long run, and not necessarily just coming in here and then saying, how can I make it like this individual? How can I make it? No, you as an individual comes in here, you have the participation. Now you begin the whole process from grounds up. Now let me go to lower transaction cost. The Forex market is one of the financial markets that actually allows individuals to deposit as low as $10 into their trading accounts and then, basically flip that account. I have a lot of stories like that from a lot of individuals that I've come across. And I can basically tell you a lot of stories. There was an individual who basically just put $1 in a trading account and then flipped that account to about $170, in that week, right? But then again, what I'm trying to say is the lower transaction cost. I'm not saying that is a good way of trading. He had to basically do what he was doing to get there. But I'm talking about low transaction costs. You basically need very minimal amount of money to be able to be in this space, and not necessarily like other financial markets where there's a target mark for you to be able to hit, or a certain kind of amount for a particular share that you have to be able to hit before you be allowed into that particular space. Over here is just basically it. But having said that, you need $10 to be able to start trading does not mean that if you have $10, you know, like basically that is the right starting point. As I said earlier on, there are dynamics to this. So I, as an individual, would advise anyone who is a newbie, who is, you know, like depositing into the market, if you have $10 or $20, put it aside for now. Don't even touch it. Just gradually add up until probably you get to $100 before you deposit that $100 into your trading account. And I'm going to talk about how that you can actually make that $100 make an impact in your life in this particular session. So you stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. It's about to get really interesting, right? We talk about recession proof position taking. In trading the Forex market, I've come to realize that it's recession proof. Why so? Because when everyone else is crying about the stock market, you know, like the stock markets are tumbling, it's going down, and people are crying about losing money and then all, you can actually take advantage and then be selling whilst on the Forex market. Because on the Forex market, you are dealing in the price, the change in the value. And so it allows you to be able to what? Sell off when the value is decreasing to make money from that particular decrease. And then also it allows you to be able to what? Make money from the increase. So you can make money from the increase and also make money from the decrease. I'll be understand. So based on that, it is actually, or we can actually say that it is recession proof. If you need an area where you can actually trade, where you not necessarily think about how the market is going to tumble or move towards the downside, Forex is one of the places, because it allows you to be able to trade even if the market is tumbling towards the downside. Sell off, make money on there. All right. Now, it is easier to monitor. All you need is a gadget that can connect to the internet and then download an app. That's all you need, right? That is all you need. So you need an internet connection, a gadget that can be able to connect to the internet, and a gadget that can download the apps you use to trade the market. That is basically it. And then you can actually monitor your trades from anywhere. You place a trade, you are the one who places the trade, you are the one who sets the risk, you are the one who looks for your take profit point, you are the one who monitors that particular trade. If you want to close it now, you can close it now. And so when it comes to the Forex space, every single decision on there is taken by the trader. And so if you end up losing your funds, it is the trader. So I've had a lot of people come to, okay, I've blown my account and then I don't know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm like, calm down. Let's have a conversation. How much did you deposit into your trading account? I deposited $500. Okay, fine. With the $500, how was it from the start? Oh, I was trading normal. I was using 0.05. And how was it going for you? Oh, it was going really well. So what changed? Well, at the point, I just placed some trade on the market, and then I started having losses on there. And then by the time I realized, my account blew. And I'm like, that area, you are not giving me a story. You are basically cutting short everything and then just summarizing the whole thing. I don't want summary. When you started with a story, but here you are giving me a summary. I don't want a summary. I hope you understand. You will realize that this individual probably over-leveraged the accounts, probably, like allowed greed to take them over, and then they started hitting bigger lot sizes on the market because they wanted to make more on the market. There was an individual who walked into my trading floor once, and then he was like, he has blown a $2,000 account. And I'm like, what pair were you trading? He said he was trading gold. Now, the interesting thing is, I trade gold. And so I know gold really well. And that is one thing that an individual should be able to do. Know the pair that you trade very well. So I asked this individual, when did this take place? He said today. And I said, what lot size did you use? He said 0.2. And I said, Today, the amount of movement that has come in gold, even if you went against the market and you use 0.2, it cannot allow you to blow a $2,000 account. You get the ideology in there. That's wisdom. You should be able to know. And so I was like, no, I need to take a look at your trading account to be able to be convinced that truly you placed the 0.2, and then with the movement that gold gave today, it was able to blow your $2,000 account. Because gold has not moved that relative amount today. And so this guy opened the account. He was reluctant a little bit. He didn't want to open, but eventually, because he was there, a few people were around, he had come to say all this. At the end of the day, he had to open the account. And guess what? This guy opened the account, and I realized that he has placed 0.2 13 times. 13 times. So guess what? I was telling this guy that, my guy, you did not play 0.2. Look at what you placed. 13 times of 0.2. How much does that make? But you see, there are some people who do not necessarily understand the dynamics of it. And so they do not even know that placing 0.2 13 times, of course, me with wisdom, I think that you should know. Placing 0.2 13 times in a row, When you place 0.2 5 times in a row, that's one lot. So 10 times in a row, that's 2 lots. So 13 times in a row, that's 2.6 lot sizes. That's 2.6 lot sizes. I hope you understand. And so you should know. And so the way he communicated it, like, 0.2, and that is what I placed on the market, it was, and then that is what a lot of us do. We try as much as possible to convince ourselves that we are not doing the wrong thing. It is just the account that got blown. But let's sit down one-on-one and have the conversation. You would realize that. I'll be getting. Then we talk about liquidity and trading volume. Now, when I hear a lot of people talk about liquidity and then trading volume, I hear a lot of people talk about a lot of people present in a particular area. But this is what I want to put across, right? When we talk about liquidity and trading volume in the financial space, we are talking about what we call purchasing power, not the availability of people. No. We are talking about purchasing power. You can have 100 people in a particular area, each of them having $1 and each of them willing to spend that $1 now on a commodity that is being sold. You can have 10 people in room B who have $1,000 each, and they are all willing to spend that $1,000 on a commodity that is available now. At the end of the day, passerbys would say, this guy made a lot of money today. Why? Because they saw 100 people gathered in that room. And so they assume that that is liquidity. And they assume that that is trading volume. No, the trading volume was in the purchasing power. The 10 people who were in the other shop who were willing to spend 1,000 would amount to what? $10,000. But the 100 people who were in this shop who were spending $1 will amount to what? $100. So the purchasing power is the trading volume. That is why a lot of retail traders can come into the market and be trading. But it takes banks, it takes non-bank financial institutions to move the market in a certain way. So from today, I want you to understand that when we talk about liquidity, when we talk about trading volume, we are talking about what? We are talking about purchasing power. And that is why a lot of people would say, okay, market is going into this area and there is a lot of liquidity sitting around that area. They are not saying there is a lot of people sitting around that area. They are saying that there is an amount, a ready available market there. That is what they are saying. I'll be getting. There is a purchasing power sitting here. And so I'm anticipating that when market gets there, there's going to be a reaction from that area. Then I go to business closure. The Forex market trades 24 hours a day and 5 days in a week. Unlike other financial markets actually have physical locations and then they also close. Now, with business closure, what I'll say is because this is global and then, like worldwide, when you are asleep, I might be awake from my own jurisdiction. When it is late in the night at your end, at my place, market is booming and we are transacting. And because the Forex market has to deal with the exchange of what? Currencies and the transactions of currencies, the buying and selling of what? The buying and selling of currencies. So far as this area we are exchanging, the market is still in motion. The market is still going to move. The only thing is there are certain points in time where a majority of the purchasing power is off the market. And there's little amount of what? Trading going on. And so during those times, we have market going in perpetual consolidation, probably for about 8 hours. So certain times that you can see that we will get to an area where you realize that the market are divided into 3 different sections: Asian, London, and New York. And you realize that most people do not trade the Asian session. Most people trade the London and the New York session. So it means that in the Asian session, there is a limited amount of trading going on as compared to London and New York. So you cannot expect the movement on the Asian to be as the same as what? London and New York. I hope you understand. And based on that, we can be able to say, okay, I will stay away from this region, because as a trader, you need the market to move to be able to make money. As a trader, you have to understand that the movement of the market is your cash cow. If the market is stagnant and not going anywhere, it could be quite frustrating, because you need the market to either push towards the upside for you to speculate buys, or push towards the downside for you to speculate sells. Now, today I'm going to talk finally on the concept of leverage. Later on, I'll delve deeper into leverage. High leverage. When we talk about leverage, what exactly is leverage? Leverage is simply an upper hand, having an upper hand. Now, let's say today the person who has interacted with me the most is Nelson. So let me just use Nelson as an example, right? So Nelson, yourself and myself, we are in school. Let's say that you are a genius in school, so you are hitting the A's and stuff like that. I'm not so much of a genius, so I'm hitting the C's, the E's. I'm never going to hit F's in my life, right? So based on when we come out of school, let's say senior high school. So when we come out of senior high school, right, we are supposed to enter into the university or the college, as other countries will call it, right? Now, Nelson, you realize that you have had some A's, but you have also had some B's and some C's, which is preventing you from getting the kind of course that you want to study in the university. But in that same university that you are looking to enter, you heard through the grapevine, right, that I have been able to get admission into that school. What is going to come into your mind? Put it in the chat area. What is going to come into your mind? This guy probably has protocol. Now, let's talk about that protocol. That protocol is what we call a leverage. So let's say Nelson finally comes to know that, oh, Keme's father is the vice chancellor of the university. The same course that he wanted to study, that he got some A's and then stuff like that, and he didn't enter. I got C's and B's. I got C's and D's. I didn't even get B's or A's, but I had the opportunity to enter. And then going deeper, he realizes that my father is the vice chancellor of the university. He will say, oh, I have protocol. That protocol is my leverage. It means that what I'm not able to control, a protocol has put me in position to be able to enjoy. So in Christianity, we will say your protocol is what? God. So in order to enjoy certain kind of, like things in life, you need to have what? God. I hope you understand what I mean. Now, let me just illustrate. I had a dash screen. I wanted to illustrate this on here, but unfortunately, I don't know how to use the marking so that I'll illustrate it here, right? I don't know how to use the marking on the screen, right? But I'll learn how to do that. So, pardon me on that. But let's just wrap up here. So basically, leverage is an upper hand. Now, when you come into trading, high leverage is what allows you to be able to use $10. You remember I said you can have a lower transaction cost of $10 to be able to trade the market. Leverage is what allows you to be able to do that. Now, what is the leverage? The leverage is a tool. It's a free tool that the broker has given you. We'll talk about brokers later, right? It's a free tool that they have given you. Now, that tool is to magnify your capital. Simple as that. That tool magnifies your capital in the market. And so we'll get to a point where we talk about lot sizes, and you realize that a standard lot size in the market is equivalent to $100,000. And therefore, if you are breaking it down all the way into 0.1, 0.01, it follows through that. I'll begin it. So Nelson says to increase your purchasing power. It's as simple as that. It's a credit that is given to you for you to be able to increase your purchasing power. And credit is no news. In the US, credit is there. A lot of people that you see online buying certain kind of things take what we call credit, and they purchase those things, and in a course of about 2, 3 years, 4 years, they are constantly deducted to pay off that particular thing that they have purchased. I hope you understand. So over here in the market, you increase your purchasing power through the leverage. Now, brokers give several leverage through what we call a ratio. When you go onto a brokerage platform, you will see 1:10, 1:50, 1:100. Who has seen that? Ratio and proportion on their brokerage platform, right? What does that mean? What it means is whatever leverage you choose on that platform, 1:2000 exactly. Whatever leverage you choose to take on that platform, the one that you see in front of the column represents your amount that is in your trading capital. That's in your trading account. The amount of money in your trading account, the one represents that. The 2000 represents the weight that you want to use your amount to control. So it means that whatever you have in your trading account, multiplied by what you see after the column. So Nelson says 1:2000. What it means is 1:2000. So if it is $10 that is in my trading account, I want to use that $10 to control 2000 times of its weight. Now we come and do the calculation. 2000 times of what? Of $10. How much is that? Basically, based on mathematics, we know that if it is 10, you just take out the 0, add it to the what? Add it to the other one. So you have what? 2000, you just take the 0 of the 1, add it to the what? Add it to the 2000. It becomes what? 20,000. So that $20,000 becomes your what? Your purchasing power on the market. Then now we go to what we call lot sizes, and we see how much in lot sizes allows us what? That 20,000 margin. So if one standard lot size is equivalent to what? It's equivalent to 100,000. Then a half of that is going to be 0.5 lot sizes, which will be equivalent to what? Half of 100,000, which is what? 50,000. And then another half of the what? 0.5 will now give us what? 0.25, which is now going to give us 25,000, which means if we are using 0.2, that is what would equate to what? 20,000. So it means that now, per the leverage that you chose on the market, your $10, you can be able to place a lot size up to 0.2 on the market. And these are some of the things that a lot of people don't study before they go into the market. A lot of people, they come in and then all they are thinking about is, let's go to the strategy first. But thank God we're here. We are starting all the way from the beginners level. I am Emmanuel Napo Ado, my name popularly known as Kema Trades in the trading industry. I will continue this particular session from next week. It's a series, and so we are not done yet. This is just the beginning. Thank you, and see you next week.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Hello, everyone. I'm back again. Shells. I really hope you guys enjoyed that session from Mr. Kema Trades. It was wonderful. And thank you so much for the wonderful information that you shared. But I'm only here for one mission and one mission only, to just remind you guys to really, 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 really respect the atmosphere, to protect this space, because TP Masterclass is for everyone. It's for the TP family and everyone that come across this channel. I just want you guys to take this very, very seriously. This space is built for healing, clarity, and the truth. And if anyone in the comment section is trolling, spamming, or distracting others, I will personally remove you from the live session, and I don't want you guys to miss out on so many things. So please be respectful of others, be respectful of yourself, and make sure that you are not causing any trouble in the live chat. So without any further talking, we just go right into the trading psychology. Thank you, everyone, and stay tuned.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
What is the TP family, and how do you become part of it? Don't worry. If you're watching this, you're already part of the TP family. Now, before you ask, no, it's not take profit. That's the first thing traders think, right? TP stands for trading psychology. When Cheqona created this community, he didn't want to make it all about himself. He wanted to create a space for traders built around a simple truth. Most traders lose because their mindset isn't ready for success. So what's the TP family? It's not a company. It's not an organization. It's a movement. A movement of traders who are done chasing shortcuts, done trading emotionally, and done feeling like they're alone in this journey. Now, let me be clear. We're not here to build another Telegram or Discord group. You don't need more chats or endless notifications. All you have to do is follow our content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. That's where we deliver everything. Masterclasses, podcast clips, mindset tips, and even those hard truths no one else will tell you about trading. Our vision for 2025 is simple. Education. We teach traders what really matters, not just strategies, but the mindset behind them. Through our TP Masterclass, podcasts, and content, we make sure traders know how to manage themselves first. Community. The TP family is all about connection, but instead of chat rooms, we meet through meaningful content that actually helps you grow. Tools. We're creating journals, simulations, and practical resources to help you track your progress and improve your trading behavior. The TP family is here to change the way traders think forever. We're not about quick wins. We're about creating strong, resilient, unstoppable traders. Welcome to the movement. Let's make 2025 the year you fix your mind and fix your trading.
I think big, I dream big, I trade smart. My thoughts align with wealth, success, and abundance. I deserve success because I work for it and stay disciplined. I let it go of doubt. I let go of fear. My mind is renewed every day with wisdom and strength. I focus on solutions, not problems. I attract profitable trades and opportunities. I am a successful, focused, and profitable trader. I am unstoppable and I am victorious. I am grateful for every opportunity to trade and grow. I give thanks for my progress, my lessons, and my success. I attract prosperity and I steward it wisely. Every day, I am becoming a better trader. My trading provides freedom and abundance. I speak life, blessings, and success into my trading journey. I am grateful for the wisdom to manage risk and profit. I celebrate my growth and resilience. My heart is full of gratitude. My mind is at peace. I am prosperous in my thoughts, my trades, and my life. I think big.
All right. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well. If you can hear me loud and clear, just drop some number ones in the chat for me, please? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Okay. All right, perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We are going to basically quickly, as I promised, because we have a lot of things to do today. So please just stay with me as we go quickly into this. Before we go into today's session for today, quick announcement so that we are on the same page. First things first, the check-in podcast. If you've never seen some of our podcasts before, we had 2 episodes, quite a few, but we didn't upload a lot of them. And we can tell the community wants us to bring the podcast back, whereby we talk to people so that people can be able to share their mindset behind why they do what they do. And normally on check-in podcasts, I try my best as well to also speak to people and test their mindset so that people can also learn from that. So by the way, check-in podcast is coming back again. That is number 1. Number 2, after the teaching, I'm going to make an announcement today. There is a winner for our TP Family Spotlight of the Month. So what is Spotlight of the Month? Once upon a time, I went on YouTube. And then while I was going through the YouTube studio, I realized that YouTube have something called spotlights. I said, wait, so these are the people that are really engaged in our content. And so when I saw YouTube recognizing them for us, I just said, hey, you know what? We need to also celebrate these individuals as well. So every single last week of every month, we are going to do what we call Spotlight of the Month. This individual is going to have the privilege to be able to win a cash prize and also get to have the privilege to have a 30 minutes free consultation with me. So at the end of today's masterclass, when we're about to end, I will announce the winner of this month's Spotlight of the Month. That is number 1. Number 2, I also have an interesting announcement to make regarding a tool that I believe you guys are going to be excited to see. I will announce that. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I will also announce that as well before the end of this session for today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know that at the end of the day, there are many things that you guys will wish we will learn in one single day, but we take it step at a time. We have studied a lot of informations on this masterclass, a lot of people who are new. I'm going to take my time to welcome you. But if this is your first time that you're coming on to this masterclass, one thing that you need to be able to understand is when people ask me questions like, Cliff, how do I become a trader? And then if you are telling them about how they can become traders, one of the things that they don't understand is this. They think that a trader is meant to do something special to become a trader. And I always tell them trading simply means you exchanging something for the other. You traded something. So let's say, for example, you basically you are so thirsty and you want this water. Maybe you want to exchange this phone for water. Now, if you want to exchange a phone for water, that sort of risk to reward wouldn't make sense unless you are dying. So you don't necessarily need basically to have some level of some experience to exchange phone for water. But a lot of people have come to this understanding that trading must be a certain type of way in order for you to say you are a trader. And so for many years, a lot of retail traders are always confused about exactly what it means to be a trader. And so we use this masterclass to do a couple of few things. Number 1, to clear ignorance. Number 2, to make sure that you become the person you must become through transformation. And number 3, to make sure that you don't only just become a good trader, but you become the best version of yourself. So TP Masterclass sounds like trading psychology masterclass. But in other words, the trading in the context is not necessarily just buying and selling of Forex pairs only. It's buying and selling of anything that takes away your peace. In other words, so because you have heard me saying this before, that your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2012 and counting 13 plus now in this industry, 13 year plus, I can tell you something. that if you don't understand that your trading life and your actual life mirror each other, you will never ever have the kind of success you are looking for. So if you're a new person here, just so you know, believe me, you are going to hear the things that will give you the right structure that you need to grow to become the trader you need to become. Okay. And so I hope the information you're going to learn today will do a lot for you. If this is your first time, kindly drop first time. And if you have not invited somebody yet, please kindly invite somebody. Today is going to be packed with a lot of information. So I pray and I hope you learn things a lot. The first thing I want to talk about today is I want to start from the angle of last week. We started a series, and I know some of you guys were looking forward into the setting goals structure. But if we talk about that today, we will distort the alignment of the series we've started. So last week, we started a series titled The You Behind the Strategy. This series is basically letting traders understand that there are multiple different personalities, meaning that you don't just choose something you want to do just because you want it. The thing you want to choose must choose you too. Let's say somebody wants to be a footballer and they say, I want to be a goalkeeper. You don't become a goalkeeper because you love the way goalkeepers catch the ball. You only become a goalkeeper with certain skills goalkeepers carry. If you want to be a striker, you don't become a striker because, let's say, strikers have fame or because they score goals. You become a striker based on certain qualities strikers have, and you have it too. If you want to become a defender, there is something that needs to be about you. So there are multiple things that you need to be able to understand that makes things very, very important for people to be able to understand. Does that make sense? And so we started that series, and the series is called The You Behind the Strategy. So we spoke about different personalities. We said we have what we call the private self, the public self, and your actual self. And we started to realize that people say that they are something, but they are not really that thing. Because you cannot say you are something until something tests the thing you said you are. So if Cliff says, hey man, I'm the most confident guy ever in life. Well, good for you until a lion appears. So if a lion appears, we wouldn't know. Until a situation happens, we wouldn't know if you are confident or not. Are you with me? And so we started to realize that a lot of people desire a certain kind of personality, but their actual self is there, which is sabotaging the results that they want. And so today we are going to continue on something very important. We are going to pick up a dimension of a type of trader that you need to study so that you will understand. Are you that type of a person? If not, what then do you need to do to become this type of a trader? Does that make sense? Or do you even need to? It will all depend on the information that we study today. And so today I title my message for today. And by the way, if you see me looking here in the camera, and then if you see me looking down, it's because I'm talking to those who are going to be catching the replay next time if they are not able to join, and those who have also joined on here on YouTube as well. So with that all being said, I call the title of my masterclass today, The Mind of a Scalper. This is the part 2 of the series, The Mind of a Scalper. The Mind of a Scalper. I want you to basically now start declaring this on you. Of course, I want you to charge your atmosphere. I want you to say to yourself, I am becoming. 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 Listen, ladies and gentlemen, some of you guys are becoming. I received so many emails by the grace of God from many of you guys based on what the masterclasses and all the information the community is doing for you. And somebody sent me an interesting email. It's I think 3 days ago. Probably he's even following, I presume. He said, Mr. Cliff, thank you so much, of course, so on and so forth. And he said, I don't understand something. I don't know if this is strange, but recently, the more I am making money, the more I don't want to even talk about it. It's like I don't even want to tell people about it. And he said, can you advise me on this? Is that strange that I don't even want to share that I'm making money, or when I'm having a profitable day? And I emailed him back and I said, it's not weird at all. In fact, you are becoming a matured trader. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, gone are those days back in the days. If let's say Cliff makes $5,000 in a day and I put it on YouTube or Instagram that I made $5,000 a day, And you will find a lot of people saying, wow, the goats, the this, the that, gone are those days, gone are those days. See, enough is enough. Sometimes when I speak like this, some people like it, some people don't like it. It's up to you. But you need to listen to this carefully now. In this industry that we are in, you are in for yourself. You want to become financially free with the industry. And so one thing that you need to be able to understand is this, is that you are not here to cheer a so-called trading guru. You are not here. You don't go anywhere seeing people who follow and like Warren Buffett fighting against Jim Simmons community members. Can't you see it's only retail traders that like to gas up unnecessary things? Because if truly you know that trading, you can win some, you can lose some, then you need to know that while the person is saying they made 5K, ask yourself, how much were they risking to make that 5K? I'm trying to explain something for you to understand that enough is enough. There is a certain kind of ignorance and level of mindset in this industry. If you don't clear that, you will struggle. You will struggle. So I'm not saying disrespect people. There is a place of honor, and that is very important. Of course, everybody is craving for respect and honor. And look, if somebody is doing something for you, honor them. But what I'm basically trying to let you understand is that beyond an honor, don't fight on social media, proving and pointing fingers. You may have heard me say this before, that as TP family members, you shouldn't tell anybody that you guys are not learning the right things. Do this. No, there are some people that do not think that this masterclass is a big deal, and it's okay. Sometimes they leave some unnecessary comments. It's fine. Let them do whatever they want to do. But one of the things that you cannot deny is on this platform, we want you to learn the laws and the principles. And you have heard me say this before, whether you believe in laws and principles or not, it doesn't care about your sentiment. And so the information you're about to learn today, I am here to challenge you for you to understand that are you who you are saying that you are behind the strategy? I'm not going to pat your back. I'm not going to tell you the things you need to hear, because if you truly want to become free in this industry, what you need is not money. You need truth. You need truth. You need truth. And so the more truth you hear, the more it does something to your mindset. It's very important that you understand this. And so today the title is The Mind of a Scalper. The Mind of a Scalper. And I want to start by saying something. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things that I realized kills results of traders and kills the routine of traders. I'm going to tell you, and I want you to write it down. I'm teaching now, so please pay attention. One of the things that kills the results, the confidence, and spikes unnecessary emotions in traders is one thing. It's one thing. Please, if you are ready, I want to make sure everybody's atmosphere is charged up now. Please drop some number ones in the chat if you're ready to listen to this conversation right now. When I'm teaching like this, I want you to dedicate all attention. There is a reason for that. You see, attention is not just about sitting down quietly. Attention is by you positioning your mind in a certain way that helps you to receive. It's like, let's say it's raining and you have a bowl of, or let's say a basin. Even though it's raining, if you don't put the basin at where the rain is dropping, rain will not go into the basin. Same thing here when you are listening to an information. You need to be able to place your mind in a certain way that it receives the information. So when I tell you things like charge yourself and tell you things like position yourself in a place, I'm not trying to basically say just listen to me. No, I'm saying that position yourself. And so there is one thing that makes traders or any other person in life. There is one thing that makes people get to a point in life that they never, ever achieve the things that they want to achieve. There is one thing. There is one thing. There is one thing. And I want you to write it down. If as a trader, you are going to face unnecessary emotional spikes, if you are going to face ups and downs without being able to control yourself, there is a certain word I'm about to tell you right now. We need to deal with this before we even talk about the mind of a scalper. I call this the expectation virus. Expectation. You see, expectation is not what you say. Expectation is what you assume. Expectation is not the truth you believe. It's how you want to believe the truth. I want you to write this down. Expectation isn't what you say. Expectation is what you assume. Expectation is not the truth you believe, it's how you want to believe the truth. So you may have heard me say this before, that there are 5 stages every single trader will go through when it comes to this industry. The first one is called the unconscious incompetence. The unconscious incompetence is how we all start everything. Probably you saw an advert on Instagram, on YouTube, or probably a mentor told you about it. It doesn't matter. The minute you came across that information, something came into your heart and you started desiring to also become a trader. Many of you here probably met a mentor. Many of you here probably somebody advocated trading to you and you are here. You know, some people have quit, some people are still here. It's called the unconscious incompetence stage. It is a stage where you are not even conscious about the fact that you are incompetent. You really think that all you have to do is to click buy and sell. I always tell people this. In 2012, do you know how I got started in trading? I got started in trading because I was looking for money to pay for my SAT exam. Because some of you guys don't know this, but at some point in life, I dropped out of school for 5 years because I didn't like the school system. You may have heard my story before that I said I grew up with my grandmother. I say this all the time. I didn't, for some personal reasons, I didn't grow up with my parents. I grew up with my grandmother. And so at some point in my life, I got the privilege to be able to travel to Dublin in Ireland, somewhere in the UK. And at the end of the day, what happened was when I came back to Ghana, I didn't have the desire anymore to go to school in Ghana because I felt like the system was interesting. But that was my stronghold mindset. It doesn't mean that I was thinking right. Anyways, and so at some point in my life, I dropped out of school for like almost 5 years. So when I wanted to resume back again into school, I wanted to basically do some couple of few things, so on and so forth. So when I was trying to gather some money and be able to do some certain things, I went to a friend of mine. I said, can you borrow me this X amount of money so that I can be able to pay for this program? And what he told me was, oh, bro, I don't have the money, but can you sort of go and look into something called MetaTrader 4? And as funny as that sounded, I actually really went and looked into MetaTrader 4. That time, MetaTrader 5 was not even famous like how it is now. That time as well, I don't even think that MetaQuote was even making it a big deal. Probably was behind the system on development. But anyways, so what happened was I started researching about MetaTrader 4. So I got my hands on MT4. But you see, when you open MT4, the first thing that you will see is a MetaQuote demo. I didn't know that the MetaQuote demo was not real money. I really thought MetaQuote demo was real money. Remember, it was MetaQuote demo, so it was not really connected to any brokerage. It was just the MetaQuote practical paper trading demo account. And so I sort of thought, and this is how ignorant I was. So it doesn't matter how ignorant you are now. Believe me, if I was this ignorant, some of you guys even know many things that it took me many years to understand. Now, I genuinely really thought that the demo account in the MetaQuote was what I will make money on top of it. And if I make money on top of that, I can withdraw that and make money. That was how ignorant I was in 2012. And so that was my unconscious incompetence stage. I genuinely really thought that I was going to become rich with that thinking, with that lack of knowledge, because it's trading. You just click buy and sell. And then from that stage, you will go to the stage where we call the conscious incompetence. Now I became consciously aware of how incompetent I was about the financial market. But you see, I started researching about trading because I was looking for quick money. And so at some point, I was almost losing interest. I was losing money, and I lost money from 2012 all the way to 2014. It was in 2014 that things started becoming clearer. Even with that, I was not becoming financially free because at the end of the day, I just thought I needed to just learn the skill and I'll be okay. Little did I know that the skill set will only give you an opportunity, but what actually pays you is your attitude. I didn't know that. Nobody told me about, mindset and mental transformation. I didn't know that. The reason why I started, entering into psychology and mindset is because, of course, at that time, I've had the privilege to enter into medical school. So I was now studying science as a background. But unfortunately, also for me, I became sick at some point in my life. Whereby it was around the area of anxiety and panic attacks and mild depression. So through that process, it gave me the opportunity to have access to so many things concerning psychology and together with my science background. So it helped me a lot. So my expectations I had in the industry when I started was a big problem. It made me make silly decisions, silly mistakes. Why? Because I assumed trading is supposed to do this for me. I assumed trading is supposed to do that for me. Trading is not meant to do anything for me. It's my expectation. So expectation is normally built. I wrote down here 3 things. Number 1, past experiences. Number 2, desires. And number 3, emotions. So desire, I desire to make money now. I desire to make money right now. So that creates an expectation. I desire to make money now and today because my past performance also gave me money. But you see, there is something in investment called behavioral risk. It is when every single time an investor is trying to sign a contract or whatever, they will see in the contract somewhere it says that past performance does not indicate for future results. No. Past performance. Why? It is a way for the advisor or the mentor to protect the investor and themselves against expectations from the investor. It is very important you understand this. So expectation is a game killer. Nobody is saying don't have goals, but you need to be able to understand that expectations can create serious things. See, trading is never going to break you. It is your unspoken expectations that will. One of the things that you need to understand is this. A lot of people have expectations. A lot of people have expectations. And from the bottom of my heart, listen to me carefully now. You need money. I know you need money. But one thing that you need to be able to understand is that trading is not going to give you the money the way you need it now. I know that you have learned that ICT strategy. I know that you have learned that smart money concept strategy. I know that somebody has promised you a bot. I know, I get it. But your expectation towards the results you are looking for will not be that same way. Instead, this is how people need to think. I am studying smart money concept in order for me to be able to become a smart trader. However, whether I get the results I need now or not, I will keep on being a smart trader. The minute you speak like that, you are killing an expectation syndrome that will spike your emotions up. Are you with me? So there is a way you need to be able to speak. So a lot of people are disappointed right now. They were blowing an account and then they went and found the strategy, and then the strategy said it's the best strategy ever, and they still blew an account. But you see, the blowing of the account was not what caused the problem. It was the expectation. And sometimes people can say things like, yeah, I understand, I know trading, you will win some, you will lose some, but they are lying. Inside their mind, they have printed a serious expectation they are looking forward to. They're saying, yeah, even though I know you will win some, you will lose some, but in their mind, they don't want to lose. In their mind, they don't want to lose. They genuinely want to win. And it could happen, but that is the sad thing. So I want you to write this thing down before we go into today's topic very well, because we are building a foundation that we are coming to build the mind of a scalper on that foundation. It is very important that you understand the information we're talking today. Does that make sense? You see, the market doesn't honor emotion. It reveals it. You remember what I was telling you? That you can tell yourself that you are a disciplined trader from last week's session, but then the market will show you are not. The market can show you are not. So expectation is serious. For example, when I was coming to Dubai, there were things that I had expectations about. Okay. For example, I've seen so many videos on the internet about how Dubai is, right? But when you enter Dubai beyond a tourist and you now live in Dubai, Dubai is different. So if your expectation is thinking, oh, Dubai will be this, will do that, it's not true. You are going to experience things that if you are not emotionally intelligent, you will be distressed. So this is one of the things I want you to understand as a trader, that you need to kill the unnecessary expectations. I'm not saying don't have goals. I'm not saying that don't have visions. I'm not saying that don't have a desire to achieve. I'm saying expectation can be used in the wrong way that will cause different outcome emotionally for you. I wrote down this here that as a trader, you must confront the reality that even perfect execution can produce imperfect results. Please write it down. That you must confront the reality that even perfect execution can produce imperfect results. Can somebody tell me why? Let me see if TP family members are becoming. One time I saw some comments and I was so happy. It was about the declaration, I went on YouTube tab, the community tab, and I saw one of our family members and in the community, and he said, "This is when your prefrontal cortex is speaking to your amygdala." I was laughing. I was saying, that is a TP family member. When your prefrontal cortex is speaking to your amygdala. I want to do a quick test right now and see something. If I say that you must confront the reality that even perfect execution can produce imperfect results, why? Why is it that as a human being, even if you have the perfect strategy in your hands, it will still produce sometimes imperfect results? Why? Let me go into the comment section right now. Why? Can somebody tell me? Why? Talk to me. Talk to me. Why? Why is it that you can have the most perfect results as a strategy because your execution? No, guys, I need the right psychological name for the reason behind this. You have studied this many times. Tell me, why is it that you can have a good strategy in your hands, but psychologically it will still produce an imperfect result? Because trading is a game. Yes, it's true, but psychologically, what is this? Yes, that is also true, but psychologically there is a name. TP family member, somebody should, because of it. Yes, but there is a name for this mindset problem. What is that? There is a name for this mindset problem. I'm looking for that person that can really get this right. There is a name given to that psychological reason. Why? We have studied this. Don't let me be the one to answer this, guys. There is a name. What is it? Cognitive bias. Thank you so much. Let's go. Can we drop some number ones in the chat for Wazanai? Let's drop some number ones in the chat. Let's drop some number ones in the chat. It's called cognitive biases. Cognitive biases. Cognitive biases is just shortcut your brain take to make decisions. It is very important that you understand this. So cognitive biases is why somebody can buy a brand new car and still have an accident with a car by mistake. Not because the car is bad, not because the person is bad, but because the way you have been trained by your cognitive. So I saw people saying loss aversion. Loss aversion is a type of cognitive biases. But cognitive biases is the problem as a whole. What is your cognitive? Your cognitive is your ability to reason, think, and process things. Are you with me? So cognitive biases, how many types of cognitive biases? Can we list some of them now in the comment section right now? Because the topic we are studying, you need some certain foundations to bring it. What type of cognitive biases do we know? Come on, guys, TP family members, let's see if you guys are learning what trading psychology really is. Forget about the naysayers. Let's focus on what are some of the cognitive biases that you know? Confirmation bias, correct. What else do we have as well? Anchor bias, I like that. Loss aversion. Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you very much. Very good. Very good. Very good. Do you know why I am asking these questions, ladies and gentlemen? Listen to me carefully now. The reason why I am asking these questions is because of this. The first thing that solves a problem in every man's life is knowledge. Once upon a time, you didn't even know what cognitive biases were in the first place. A lot of people can sometimes tell me, Cliff, I don't listen to how funny retail traders are. They will come to me and tell me, Cliff, I don't know why I am emotional. And then you start teaching them about emotions, and they are asking me, how will them knowing why they are emotional help them stop them being emotional? You see how people mind sometimes work. Here's the case where somebody will ask me, Cliff, I don't know why I am emotional. And I'm now teaching them why they are emotional. And then they will now ask me again, how is me learning what you are teaching me help me not to be emotional? Do you know why? Because their expectation of what actually really makes somebody a good trader is killing the knowledge of what actually makes somebody a good trader. They don't understand that there is a difference between becoming a good analyst and a good trader. You see, a good trader is a state of a mindset based on the performance. A good analyst is an individual who knows how to break down data. That is it. So, for example, if you come to me right now and you tell me, Cliff, how do I interpret Forex Factory to be able to use it in my trading? Forex Factory is not your problem. You just don't understand economy. You don't. For example, a lot of people are talking about how Ghana's currency against the dollar is appreciating. But the truth of the matter is, what does that mean? Do you understand why? And do you know what it means? Traders don't want to learn. Listen, guys, I came today to challenge you about the mind of a scalper today for you to understand something like this. You need to kill the ignorance. Stop limiting yourself, learning a portion of an information, expecting a bigger of the results. It doesn't make sense. How can you tell me you just want to know how jollof tastes? And if I tell you this is how jollof tastes, you think just telling you how it tastes makes you know how to make jollof. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of people are asking me, Cliff, how do I interpret supply and demand? But then you don't understand supply and demand as a business terminology. You don't understand that supply and demand is in economics. That in order for us to be able to apply supply and demand in trading, it's a business economical terminology. So a lot of retail traders don't understand this. If you come to me right now as Cliff Cheqona and I'm teaching you about trading and all I teach you is Fibonacci, I am destroying you, because Fibonacci alone will not give you the confidence. The reason why you don't have the confidence is not because you don't know how to trade. You don't have the confidence because your knowledge is limited, but your expectations is wide. Are you with me? If right now you go to an airport and the terminal of the airport you are in is local terminal, but your expectation is to arrive internationally, you are joking. Eventually you will be disappointed, because the knowledge you need to have to be able to access every terminal in the airport is to how to navigate. If you don't know, you ask. So this is the first problem that people don't understand in this industry, that your expectation is big, but your knowledge is small. The knowledge, the easiest one, is what people are desiring. Ladies and gentlemen, the easiest part of trading is becoming an analyst. That's it. The easiest part of trading is becoming an analyst. You can't come to me and tell me, Cliff, I want to become a trader, but how do I connect news to trading? But you don't even like visiting Bloomberg. You don't even desire watching the news. How then do you become able to connect the news to trading? It doesn't work like that. So I'm challenging you today, and I want you to kill that ignorant mindset. I want you to stop that way of thinking. That ignorant thinking must go away. It is very important that you understand this. There is a certain kind of mindset that traders have. It needs to go away. It needs to go away. Guys, listen, before we talk about the mind of a scalper deeply, you need to understand there is a mind. You remember the title, The Mind of a Scalper. That mind needs to think in a different way. That means as a scalper, you are not just coming in to learn a small portion, to make a small decision, to make decision faster. That is not what the mind of a scalper is. And so the reality of the situation is this: a lot of people, sometimes when I see some messages, the ignorance in that message make me sad. That you can ask the average retail trader right now that what is an economy. He will tell you an economy is, they'll be talking, what is an economy? Okay, if this is an economy, what does that mean to traders? It isn't necessary. And that person 2 years later is wondering why they are still not confident behind ICT. And they are wondering why they are still not confident and don't understand order flow. Are you with me? So, for example, you will see somebody who will talk about discounts and premium zones in the market. And then you are asking them, what is a premium? What is a discount zone? They can tell you by technicalities of the things they learned. They speak English, but they cannot really reflect that. If you ask them right now, show me how to apply that in life and connect that to trading. Show me the understanding. They don't have it. You know why? Because they are thinking trading is a different way of life and their life is a different way of life. It's not true. So if you go to shop right now and they are selling something, let's say this MacBook for $5,000 for today, but then if you wait for 2, 3, 4 weeks, it will come on a discount of $3,000. As a person that probably doesn't have much, when would you buy it? You will wait for the discount. So same thing when you go into the market. If the market is at a premium area, why do you buy? Why do you buy? Why do you buy something when it's at a premium area if you don't have the money? It's too expensive for you. Why do you sell if it's at a discount area? Oh, Cliff, so anytime that I see a premium area, I shouldn't buy? No, Chief. Why are you buying? It's common sense. It's logic. But the reason why you don't know how to apply that is because you think terminologies like mitigation is a technical term in trading. Mitigation is English. So when you hear scalping, it's English. We are about to study the mind of people who think like that. Are you with me? So you need to understand that enough is enough. I know you have followed many mentors. I know you have followed many people, but ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully now. If you want to become the trader you want to become, there is a dimension and a system of knowledge you need to have. If not, the confidence won't happen. So for example, if you come to me right now and you tell me, Cliff, I don't know why I am emotional, and therefore I'm going to be a scalper. You are joking. Number one, do you have money? No. Do you have bills? Yes. Do you have debt? Yes. Is your landlord coming? Yes. If all these things align in your life, you will be emotional. Let's say you pick somebody who is a mother, who is a single mom, and all she has is $500. That single mother is going to be emotional because the child has to eat. It's common sense. So it is not every single time that something needs to be solved by more knowledge in the technical way. Something needs to be solved by you connecting your realities to your expectations. Are you with me? So I needed to bring this into the foundation for you to understand this right now. That sometimes if you don't fix these things and get this knowledge, nothing will change. There is no magic. So for example, you will come to me right now and tell me, Cliff, why is it that I don't understand why every single time that I speak in a room that is echoing? The problem is the reason is not your voice. When you speak in a room where the structure of the room bounces back your voice, it will echo. It's a structure. The same way if I come right now and somebody comes and press on this MacBook, it will on. The only thing that will stop the person from going into my laptop is if the person doesn't have a password. So that means some knowledge is missing. And I'm trying to let you understand this today, that you are about to learn something that will let you understand that something is missing. But before you can learn that, you need to understand, if what I teach you start breaking boundaries of your expectation, it is okay to let it in. If you don't agree, and if you know you don't have the results, then at the end of the day, listen to this information. Are you with me? So the mind of a scalper. The first thing that we need to be able to understand is this. Who is a scalper? You see, most traders say that I'm a scalper when what they mean is I am in pain and I need to, relieve faster. So let's say you have bills to pay. You don't know what to do. You don't know where the money will come from. And the market is not moving the way you want it to move. So the first thing that you would do is, how can I trade quickly and make the money? That is not scalping. Even though scalpers make quick decisions, that is not a scalper's mind. You don't scalp because you want to make money faster. You scalp because that is what you have built your edge around. Are you with me? So they confuse reaction with execution, fast exit with strategic exit. For example, right now, if you are in a trade and you are afraid, if I don't exit right now, the market will come back and reverse and you exit in 2, 3, 4 minutes. You didn't scalp. You left the market with fear. So you need to be able to understand that the mind of a scalper is not a reaction of a scalper. That is not what it means. So a lot of retail traders are calling themselves scalpers. Did scalping start now? No. Did scalping start on MT5, MT4? No. Scalping has been there for many, many years. Way back from NYSE and CME, it has been on the trading floors way before digital even became something that we are all getting a chance to use. So you will see somebody screaming on the trading floor, I am buying $100 of this stocks and I'm selling at 100.05. Why? They want to be quick. So they are like middlemen. So it is how fast you can be able to go in and come out. That's why we have something called high frequency bots people use now in algorithm trading. So what do you need to understand? That the first thing that needs to come into your mind is not how fast you want to make money, it's how fast you can make a decision. Are you with me? So you need to be able to understand that a lot of people are confusing I want to make money now with scalping as a strategy. It's not true. You are not scalping because it suits your skill or it suits your life or it suits your desires. You are scalping because it silences your discomfort. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the truth of the matter is there are many things, and listen to me carefully now. There are a lot of things that sometimes when I come on this live stream like this, I wish I could share and I wish it will enter your heart, but you won't believe me. Do you know why you won't believe me? You won't believe me because there is a way your mind thinks right now. And I told you, we call that strongholds. I will show you something. Let me share my screen. I want to share my screen and show you guys something. Just give me a second. I want to show you guys something. A lot of people really don't understand how life works. And so when you are teaching them something like this, it doesn't make sense to them. Give me a second. Share screen. There you go. Let me share my screen. Where are you? Screen, where are you? There you are. If you guys can see my screen, let me know. Let's say, for example, morning. Let's say in the morning, you say you will wake up, 30 push-ups. Listen, let me show you something. If I'm not able to explain this right now, it will not really make sense. Just listen to me carefully now. Let's say, for example, you want to do morning 30 push-ups, 10 minutes of breathing exercise. I'm going to call it BE. Then you're going to do 15 minutes of journaling. Let me put JOU. Then you're going to do 30 minutes of pre-markup. Okay, you are marking up your chart, pre-markup. Now, with this one right now here, with this thing that you are seeing here, this is the misconception and the lie the world has made us believe. And I will do 2 examples for you guys to understand something very carefully now. Morning, you are doing 30 push-ups. This does not catch pips. You are doing 10 minutes of breathing exercise. This does not catch pips. And you are doing 15 minutes of journaling. This also does not catch pips. You are doing 30 pre-markup. This can catch pips. Now, this is how the world has made it look like. Because I'm talking about this, and I'm talking about this, and I'm talking about this, and none of them is having what you want, the average retail trader will leave all the things I'm saying and go and focus on this. And then 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they are still wondering why they are not successful. But they don't know in this life, when you focus on the complete system, forget about the results. Eventually, it will show. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to become buff and ripped as a person who wants to go to the gym. If you focus on the results going to the gym, you will never get the results. So what do? You focus on the system. What is the system? Pre-workout meals, post-workout meals, rests, right? Sets, reps. You focus on that. Just that. If you focus on that for 30 days, before you could realize, results will be showing on your body. So for many, many, many years, a lot of retail traders have been positioned to believe that the more they focus on time frame, the more they focus on POIs, the more they focus on identifying the CHOCH and the BOS, the more they focus on liquidity grabs, eventually they will catch that 20K. You are joking. You are joking. Listen, I really hope that what I'm saying enters your heart. You will never become a profitable trader that way. It's impossible. Do you know why? And when I say things like this, I will sometimes get the naysayers probably on social media saying things that are classified as nonsense. For example, if I say the community, today we are fasting, that person will say something that's Warren Buffett fasts. Who told you he doesn't? Who told you fasting is just about staying away from food? Social media is also fasting if you stay away from it. But they don't understand the concept of the fasting. They think the fasting is for the trading. Fasting is for the trader. It's for you so that you can kill some tendencies that will make you desire things beyond a certain limit. People don't understand what trading shifting means. So do you know how many people in the Wall Street that are addicted to performance drugs? You don't get it, do you? You think this is an industry that you just click buttons and become successful. I don't care about making money one day. You don't care about making money 2 days. You care about building a life with trading. If that is you, then you need to understand there is a mind behind a scalper. That you cannot become a scalper unless you understand the mind behind it. If not, eventually you will use energy drinks, you will use coffee, but you don't know these things also have side effects. That same energy drink you are taking to get energy, that same energy drink can cause fatigue. There are some things when I'm talking about like this, people who don't understand think we are saying nonsense. Until 2-3 years later, they will come back again and say, wow, I should have paid attention to this. So ladies and gentlemen, listen to this carefully now. Morning push-ups may not catch pips. 10 minutes breathing exercise may not catch pips. 15 minutes of journaling may not catch pips. 30 minutes of pre-markup may catch pips. But here's the bad news. You may not keep the pips because you were able to be good about the things that make you catch, but you were not good at the things that make you keep. I'm going to say it again. You are very good about the things that make you catch the pips, but you are not good at the things that make you keep the pips. So you will make some profit, you will lose it all. Some of you guys can grow an account from $100 to $300 to $400 and lose it all. Because the problem is not your skill set problem. You don't have a skill set problem. You have an attitude problem. And attitude is what makes you keep something, not a skill set. You can be a very good website designer. If your attitude is bad, no company will employ you. And if no company will employ you, and if no client wants to work with you, you won't get money regardless of your skill set. This is the principles and laws traders don't want to understand. So they are very good in their strategy. In fact, they learn very quick and very well, but yet they are still being defeated. Why? Because the things that makes them keep the results is not there. They don't have the capacity. So the mind of a scalper, now that you understand it, what does that mean? That means it is a kind of a mind. Listen to this carefully now. Scalping is something that comes with a certain mind. What is scalping? And why does it need a certain mind? Because when it comes to scalping, this is one thing you need to understand. You can never be a scalper. I wrote down 3 things here. If you are running from fear, if you are avoiding discipline, and if you are trading to feel in control. If you are somebody that you love to be in control, scalping is not for you. If you are somebody that you are running from fear, scalping is not for you. If you are somebody that you are avoiding discipline, scalping is not for you. A real scalper, I wrote down here, please write this down, that when we talk about the mind of a scalper, a real scalper is calm under pressure, and a fake one is fast under panic. A real scalper is calm under pressure, and a fake one is fast under panic. Please write it down. That a real scalper is calm under pressure, and a fake one is fast under panic. Do you know why? Stay with me. This is it. I'm going to talk about 3 things right now. Please write it down. We are going to be looking at 3 things now. We are going to be looking at the real mind of a scalper, the real mind. And we're going to look at the scalper's mirror tests. And we're going to be looking at building the mind of a scalper, if truly is you. So as you are listening to me right now, the first thing I wanted to do in this masterclass is to let you understand that expectation is a killer. Number 1, even though you are going to expect, you need to expect things well. Number 2, I wanted you to understand that there is a body of ignorance that is in this industry. So even if the right information is coming, people struggle to receive it. It's not your fault. You have been programmed like that. It will take a while, believe me, because it would take a lot of humility to receive this information to let it change you. So it's understandable. Believe me, I used to be there. I used to be the guy that used to say things like, why all these things doesn't matter. I used to talk like that until, they call something rock bottom. When you hit there, common sense will come. There is a very beautiful story in the Bible of, some of you guys have heard it before. It's called the story of the prodigal son. So the prodigal son, we all know that, used to have a very, very, very luxurious lifestyle in the palace or the father's house. He had money, so he didn't care about certain things. And he had the naysayers. His friends convinced him that he should just leave the father's house. He has everything. What is he still doing here? He can be his own boss and blah, blah, blah. So the prodigal son left and he went to be his own boss. Now, the Bible says something very interesting. The Bible is a very interesting book. It said that one day that boy came to himself and he said to himself, why am I here eating with swines, or in other words, pigs, when there are many maids, many situations, beautiful things in my father's house? The reason why he said that to himself is because he has hit rock bottom. I'm really hoping and I'm praying and I'm wishing that some of you guys will not let naysayers let it take you a long time to listen to the information you're about to hear to waste your time. The scalper's real mind. A professional scalper has 4 things I wrote down here. Number 1, a professional scalper have a defined system. A professional scalper has a defined system. A professional scalper has an emotional neutrality. That means they are not biased like that. What I mean by that is they don't go into the market, because remember, a scalper is not trying to tell where the market should go. The scalper follows where the market is going. We're going to be looking at some couple of few strategies within scalping structure. So a scalper is really emotional neutrality. He doesn't really care about whether the market is going up or down. He just want to get some couple of few pips and then move. A scalper, his execution speed is backed by structure. And then a scalper, his commitment to trade the plan, not the emotion. So people that desire scalping, that they find it difficult following the plan, they are in trouble. A scalper needs to have a defined system. A scalper needs to have an emotional neutrality. A scalper needs to have an execution speed backed by structure. A scalper needs to be committed to trading the plan, not the emotion. Now, how do they think? A scalper think in series, not single outcomes. That means you cannot be a scalper and be sad about one trade being a win or a loss. It doesn't make sense. Because remember, a scalper is trying to make many executions in a day to come out profit. A scalper is holding a trade for probably 1 minute, probably sometimes even seconds, to a couple of few minutes. If you are here and you are saying you are a scalper, but you are holding trade for, like, let's say, possibly overnight, you are not a scalper. You are lying. That is not a scalper. A scalper doesn't hold trade that long. You need to hold trade for a couple of few minutes and so on and so forth. So a scalper think in series, not single outcomes. A scalper train like athletes. They warm up, perform, and review. That means as a scalper, you don't need to wake up from your bed under your blanket and you are saying, I'm going to buy and sell now. It doesn't make sense. You are in trouble. Remember the example I gave you, that some of the things you will do may not be equal to 15 pips. It may not be equal to 10 pips, but at the end of the day, it's part of how you're going to keep your profit. So as a scalper, one of the things that I will even tell you is you need to be able to find a way to make sure your mindset is always intact. Why? Because you may have heard me teach you this before, that your mindset that you have now as an individual is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. So at the end of the day, if you are making more than 2 emotional decisions in a day, psychologically, it doesn't make sense. You are going to become emotionally exhausted and you're going to start experiencing emotional fatigue. And when you start experiencing emotional fatigue, you cannot be able to perform well. Are you with me? And so as a scalper, you need to train like an athlete. That means there is warm-up, there is performance, and there is review. And then as a scalper, you don't have to overtrade, overthink, and overfeel. What does that mean? Cliff, but if at the end of the day, I'm taking many trades, then what do you mean I shouldn't overtrade? Overtrading is not many trades taken. Overtrading is trades taken outside a plan. I'm going to say it again. Overtrading is not the many trades you take. Overtrading is when you trade outside over your plan. When you overtrade your plan, you have overtraded. Are you with me? So if, let's say, you are a scalper and your goal is to take 5 trades in a day or per session, if you take the 5 trades and they were all losses, you need to step away. If you start breaking your rules, you are over trading. You are over exchanging something for something. You're in trouble now, meaning eventually your emotions won't be intact. So don't overtrade, overthink, or overfeel. So that means as a scalper, you don't need to celebrate when you are winning and you don't need to be sad when you are losing. Your emotions has to be neutral. Emotional neutrality. Does that make sense? That is how your system has to be. So as a scalper, you cannot overthink and you cannot overfeel. Do you know what it means? It means the minute your structure aligns, you need to pull the trigger. If you overthink and you enter into analysis paralysis, you are in trouble. It is very important that you understand this. And then your routine is sacred. Your rules are final. That means as a scalper, you need to have a very robust, consistent routine. I wake up, I do this. I wake up, I don't do that. I wake up, I don't do this. I wake up, I will do this. As a scalper, you need to have a sacred routine. Your job is not to win fast. Your job is to manage precision. Because remember, your structure needs to execute trades faster. So you cannot be on social media and scalping. It doesn't make sense. Because remember, your goal is to be precise on your entries and precise on your exits. That means if the trade hits stop loss, let it hit it. And so if you find a scalper who is experiencing loss aversion, it means the person doesn't have the capacity to be a scalper yet. Because in scalping, you need to be able to understand, I don't need to enter into loss aversion. What is loss aversion? Is when you remove your stop loss when your stop loss is about to get hit. Why would you be a scalper and be removing stop losses? It doesn't make sense. You will be in trouble. Because if you remove the stop loss and then it doesn't reverse and it keeps on going beyond your rules, what is going to happen is it's going to trigger. So let me just draw this. Can we bring this on the screen again? Let me show something. Let's say, for example, let's just be a little bit practical here. Let's say, for example, right now, you are basically, this is your entry here. Okay, I'm going to put the E here. This is your entry. You entered for a buy. And then when you enter for the buy, the market was pulling back a little bit. So your stop loss is below here. It's about to get hit right now here. As a scalper, even it doesn't, loss aversion goes for everybody, but today we're talking about scalpers. So as a scalper, if you remove your stop loss from here right now, you are in trouble because remember, you are following rules with precision. So if you remove your stop loss, now you are entering into loss aversion. Now, if you enter into loss aversion and the market keeps on going back on you, what scalpers who are not scalpers yet, but they are scalping will do is that they will enter another position here as a buy. Because they are now thinking, it's just the smaller time frame is going to go up. They will even now switch from the time frame they used to enter the trades to go to higher time frame to see if it can reverse. Now, the more you keep on doing this, you are breaking your rules. And so one thing that you need to understand is this. If you remove your stop loss, you are now going to enter into loss aversion. If you break your rules 1, 2, 3, eventually you are now redefining what you said you are, which is a scalper, and you are no more that. Are you with me? So you need to be able to be careful about how you behave when the trade is going against you, meaning that if you are losing or winning, your emotions has to be the same. You don't need to change anything. Okay, so your job is not to win fast. Your job is to manage with precision. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to talk about something here that I call the scalper's mirror test. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. I have it here, 4 questions. You're going to write it down, and then at the end of the day, you're going to ask yourself, and so on and so forth. Now, the first thing I want you to write down is this. Do I have a mechanical plan I can repeat? What does it mean, a mechanical plan? Let me just show you something right now. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strategies I could come up with that will help people to understand this. When it comes to scalping, you can look at the strategy from these lessons. You can look at it from the angle of price action scalping. So with price action scalping, the trader will look for clean levels, fast entries and exit. Just price action. They only just care about the action that is happening in the market at that moment, about the price. That's it. So they see the market. If it's going, they just go with it. If it's not going, they don't go with it. So that is when basically, you are just looking at the price action, maybe on a smaller time frame, like 1 minute and 5 minutes thereabout. I know some people who uses seconds to also make price action decisions. So they just want to just catch a couple of few pips, 2, 5 pips thereabout, and they are gone. If their lot size is good, they make good money. If it's not, of course, going to be small. But that is what they do. They catch moves on price action scalping strategy. Then the second strategy that normally scalpers will use is breakout scalping. Those people, they normally ride on breakouts. So let's say, for example, if the market breaks out of a certain zone or a certain key level, they now try to just quickly get in and get some couple of few pips in and out, and they're out. Does that make sense? So that is breakout scalping. They ride on momentum at breakout moment. That is it. So individuals like that, their own is just momentum. If the momentum comes into the market, they ride it. Then we have what we call the mean reversion scalping. The mean reversion scalping is when the market hits a certain key level and you believe if it hits this key level, it will basically pull back a little bit. it will pull back a little bit. When it pulls back a little bit, in that case now, it's going to help you for you to be able to know that, okay, fine, the market has reached this POI that I'm looking for. Even though it's a counter trend, I'm still going to grab 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 pips, especially if you are trading a very high volatility asset. It can be able to give you all of that and so on and so forth. Are you guys with me? Thank you. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to understand this, that if you are exactly that kind of person that is always going for mean reversion scalping, you are basically trading the fading emotional extremes. That means you are the individual, you are just waiting for the market to get into a place where the market is going to reverse because it has hit a certain key level, and you want to grab a certain portion of that pullback. So it's more of a counter trend, but those people, they are not actually catching the move, they are catching the movement of the momentum either dying or momentum rising from a breakout, and so on and so forth. Then we have news-based scalping. My younger brother, he trades as well, and for him, he only trades NFP mostly and major news. So for him, he's always riding the momentum of news, not necessarily because the news is changing the direction of the market, but he's trading it because he believes that the momentum for the direction of the market at that time is going the direction, so he trades it. So we have news-based scalping. So you are attacking the volatility of the post-announcement. Does that make sense? Some people also take the trade before the release of the news. I don't know how they do that, but at the end of the day, it's all good. But then post-announcement is what people write on and so on and so forth. Then we have order flow scalping. Order flow scalping is when you are reading the tape or DOM structure. If you are somebody that you know about how order flow works, there are people that use order flow to scalp. And then we have market making, which is spread scalping. And normally these are the people that will say they are earning on both sides. But every single one of these strategies requires mastery and so on and so forth. So these are a couple of few strategies that people use when it comes to scalping. There are people also that will mark up a couple of few internal market structure changes on a smaller time frame and use to grab a pips, and they are on their way to go. But you need to be able to understand, regardless of the strategy that you are using, you need to come to the point that you need to ask yourself certain questions. So now let's go back to the scalper's mirror test and let's take it out from there. Do I have a mechanical plan I can repeat? Okay, do I have a mechanical plan I can repeat? You need to write this first question down. Do I have a mechanical plan I can repeat? If the answer is no, then you need to put a big question mark there. Number 2, do I act from structure or from survival? What do I mean? You may tell yourself, yes, I act from structure. Is that true? The answer may be no. Because acting from structure, we will always see the results. There is no way you can operate from a structure and a system base and you will never ever be able to have the results you are desiring. It's not possible. Every single time that you're having the results you don't want, it means you are operating from another standpoint of perception. That is how it works. So you need to be able to understand that, number 1, do I have a mechanical plan I can create? Number 2, do I act from a structure or from survival? Number 3, do I trade fast because I am trained or because I am scared? What do I mean by that? You cannot be a trader and tell yourself things like, hey, I just went in and out. That I just went in and out, you need to understand if it is coming from a place of real understanding or it's coming from a place of fear. What if it goes to my direction? So what I mean by that is this. There are people, if the screen is not on, can we bring it back on again? So there are people right now that will enter a trade, maybe let's say from here, they are trying to take it all the way to this part here, but then it's moving sideways and so on and so forth. So the individual is not having patience. What is going to happen is they are afraid it can be able to come back again and hit their stop loss. And then therefore, they'll say, hey, I go out here. No, you going out here does not mean that you wanted to grab a profit. You are afraid it will not do what you said you would do. And so people sometimes ask me, Cliff, do I take partial profit or not? And I tell them this. It's not about taking partial profit or not taking partial profit. You need to have a strategy that you are consistent about. So let's say, for example, you're a trader that you're always holding trades and not taking partials. Then let that become your strategy connected to your RRR. If you're a trader that you are always securing profit every single time you go into certain kind of amount of profit, that becomes your strategy. Don't take partials today and tomorrow you don't take partials. If you do that, the numbers wouldn't add up. I always tell people this. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. Same numbers, different outcomes. Why? Because that is how the numbers work in mathematics. You can have the same numbers but different outcome depending on how you structured the calculation. Are you with me? So it is very important that you understand this, that at the end of the day, if you want to be a scalper, you need to ask yourself these questions. What did I say? Number 1, do I have a mechanical plan I can repeat? Number 2, Do I act from a structure or from a survival instinct? Number 3, do I trade fast because I am trained or because I am scared? And number 4, am I building mastery or masking emotions? Now, your answers won't come through the strategy, they will come through truthful reflection. So you need to be able to go back and sit down and say, okay, let me be very honest with myself. Based on the trades that I'm taking and I'm calling myself a scalper, am I truly a scalper? Based on these questions Cliff is saying I should reflect on. If the answer is no, it doesn't mean that it ends there. If the answer is no, it brings me to the next thing. Building the mind of a scalper, if it's truly you. So if you want to basically build the mind of a scalper, if you want to be able to become a scalper, then here is how you build it. How do you build it? Number 1, structure first. Please write this down. You need to be able to have a very structured, defined level of structure, that you cannot be a scalper and you shouldn't be a scalper if your structure, your hypothesis is not on point. Meaning, as a scalper, I will do XYZ if XYZ happens. So if XYZ does not happen, I will not do XYZ. As a scalper, you need to be able to have, why am I saying as a scalper and Cliff? But every single trader needs this. Yes, it's true. But as a scalper, you don't have room to think slowly because you need to make a quick decision. Meaning that the minute the market is intact in confluences, you need to enter the trade. If it decides not to do what you said you want, you have to cut the trade. So as a scalper, you are not about to think, okay, what do I do? Blah, 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 blah. No, you need to be able to make sure that your structure is structured. If that is a good way of putting it. Does that make sense? So you have to define your entry and exit session time and maximum trades. So how then do you basically define, let me write it down here. What kind of structure must be non-negotiable? Number 1, a non-negotiable structure, you need to define your entry and your exits seriously. Can we bring back the screen, please? Okay. You need to have a structured entry and exits very well. Number 2, what needs to be there again? Your time session to trade. Some people call that kill zones. Your kill zones needs to be very, very intact. Your kill zones needs to be very, very intact. Number 3, you need to be able to have what I call your levels as well. In other words, it's literally the same thing, but at the end of the day, your levels of how much you want to trade. So trade levels, in other words, trade max. Let's put it this way. So this, you need to build your structure around this way. Your entry and exit must be intact. Time session, in other words, some people call it kill zones, and then your trade max. It's non-negotiable if you want to survive as a scalper. This is non-negotiable. Number 2 is you need to have your nervous system mastery structure. For me, I'm going to always recommend breathing exercises. I'm going to always recommend regulation. How do you regulate? By being mindful, by speaking, and by resetting, by sometimes taking a walk. These things are also non-negotiable if you are trying to become a proper scalper to survive. You need to be able to make sure your nervous system is also intact. Breathing exercises is key. Then number 2, you need to be able to know how to regulate. How do you regulate? By you speaking. Let's say, for example, you miss a trade. If you miss a trade, you don't think about the trade you missed. If you miss a trade immediately, well, my strategy works and my structure works. Eventually, I will get another trade. Simple as ABCD, you move on. As a scalper, as I told you, your emotions must be neutral. If you are thinking too much, you are in trouble. So nervous system mastery. What do? You need to be able to breathe well. 4 seconds in, you hold it for 7 seconds, you breathe out for 8 seconds. It is very important that you do this. Breathing technique is a very important part of regulating your nervous system. Very important. Then number 3, after you have structured every single thing, and after you have made sure you have a system for your nervous system mastery, the third thing is simulated pressure training. As a scalper, backtesting is so important. Even when you are done executing the trades into your account, you need to backtest consistently every day. Because why? You may have heard me say this before, that the conditions of the market can change and you as a person can change. The person that you are when you are a student trading is not the same person that you will be when you become married. The scalper that you were when you were with your friends and you were on the trading floor, or probably, I don't know, maybe your trading buddies. It's not the same person you would trade when you have a kid on the way. All right, because your emotions have changed. Now, when you are trying to risk big capital, it's no more going to be your money, it's going to be the family's money. So things have changed. So you need to make sure that you're always back testing and making sure that you're always intact, making the right decision, even before the market happens. Does that make sense? So number one, what did I say? You need the right structure, which is your entry levels, your session time, maximum trades. You need to be able to have a system in place for your nervous system. I've given you many of these conversations. I've told you about breathing technique. I told you about declarations. We post some of them every single day on the masterclass, and also about how to reset. And then simulated pressure training, about back testing and making sure that you are journaling your emotions and how you feel. There is some of the tests I normally give to some of my clients, and I tell them that sometimes I will tell them things. Document your whole entire emotions for 2 weeks. The reason why you are documenting your whole entire emotions for 2 weeks is because you want to study the patterns of your emotions. And patterns is a very important tool to use in trading, whether patterns on the chart or patterns as your emotions. You need to be able to know how you feel. You need to be able to know how you react. So you need to react. You need to document your emotions. So let's say, for example, today you are angry for no reason, or maybe you came on this masterclass and you think Cliff is wasting your time and you are angry. Write it down or record it. Hello, today is, let's say, 24th of May, and I don't know what happened. I went on TP masterclass today and I was super blessed today. You record it. I wasn't super blessed. You record it. I don't know why I wasn't super blessed. I think maybe I was blessed. Maybe I'll watch the video again. Record and document your emotions. Record your emotions, document them. Then when you now document them, sit down and listen to them, or pick up the book and watch them. What will start happening is you will start to see some patterns of some certain behaviors you have. So that is what we call simulated pressure training, or simulated programs to know who you are. Basically creating a scenario for it to be a playback for you to watch yourself. Then we have something called outcome detachment. As a scalper, you always need to practice outcome detachment. What an outcome detachment simply means is that you need to be able to lose the money in your head before you actually lose it, or you don't lose it. So let's say, for example, you are spending $500 in the market today to be either get wins or get losses. The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you lose the $500 before you get into the market. Are you with me? You need to lose the $500 before you get into the market. What are we talking about now? How to build the mind of a scalper. Why is it that a scalper needs to lose the $500 in their mind before they get into the market? Cliff, isn't that negative thinking? No. Negative thinking is not preparation. Negative thinking is you dwelling in something that is not even true. Are you with me? Negative thinking is you dwelling in something that is not even true. For example, if you experience losses right now, yes, you've lost, but is it true tomorrow will be the same? No, it's not true. Tomorrow will be the same. So while you are sad that you lost the money because you are afraid tomorrow will be the same, you are lying. That is a negative thinking. Are you with me? So you need to be able to understand this, that negative thinking is not about you thinking what could possibly happen. Because if you are thinking you could lose your money tomorrow, it's a possibility. You could lose it, because trading is a game of probabilities. So you thinking trading is a game of probabilities, it's not negative, it's realistic, which fixes your expectations. Are you guys with me? So it's very important to understand this. It's called outcome detachment. A lot of people don't practice this. So all these things that I'm telling you, this is the structure that needs to form. So let me just do a quick, can we bring the screen back again for me to share? So let's say, for example, this is your structure. Okay, this is you. Okay, this is your structure. Okay, the structure, which is your entry, exit, session time, maximum trades, and so on and so forth. And then you have here your nervous system also situation over here as well. Okay, so your nervous system, breathing techniques, and all of that will be in there, and so on and so forth. And then you have simulated pressure training. Okay, you will have simulated pressure training also over here. And then you have outcome detachment also over here. So you are connected to this, you are connected to that, you are connected to this, you are connected to that. So it is now forming a very strong person to be able to survive as a scalper. Is building the right mindset. And so the last one here for you to be able to be well fortified if you want to become a scalper with the right mindset is focus shielding. Focus shielding is what I call zero distractions, total execution, discipline, and so on and so forth. So as a scalper, you don't need no distraction. Why? Because you are going to be making decisions fast with serious precision in and out of the market. You are not. So if you are here and you are holding trades overnight, chief, you're not a scalper. It doesn't mean that you are not. You see, what I'm saying right now is very interesting. You don't need to call something you are not just because it sounds cool. Being a scalper is not a cool thing. Being a scalper is a preference thing. So you don't choose to become a scalper because you need money now, and you don't choose to become a scalper because people make it look like scalpers are smart or they are. No, that's not true. So you will see, because when you go on the YouTube, you see things like the best scalper in the industry. What does that even mean? What does that mean? It means that you are very good at what you do. Yeah, good for you. But what does that really mean? Does that make sense? Does it mean that the person that makes the most money or the person that is able to survive by making multiple decisions in a day? What does that mean? Because some of the things that you guys are desiring, or many people desire, if they are supposed to tell you what it takes to become that thing, a lot of people wouldn't do it. And that is why traders hate when they are hearing certain things like trading is difficult and it's not, but it's not complicated. They say, if trading is difficult, then how will I be able to make money? I'm sorry, but that's the truth. If I don't tell you it's difficult, you would think you can do anything to survive. It's not true. You need to respect the industry. Are you with me? So now, what are we talking about now? That when you are building the mind of a scalper, if that is truly you, there should be a level of structure over here. There should be a level of nervous system that you have over here. There should be a level of what do I call it again? The simulated training, whereby you are able to see certain things, and you need to be able to see yourself in an outcome detachment, and so on and so forth. So outcome detachment over here, and then we have simulation, or let me put S, or let me put SM here. And then you have to also put over here as your focus shielding. Focus shielding is no distraction, FS over here. There you go. So as a person that is trying to build your mind to become a scalper, you need to make sure, okay, do I have a system that I'm going to follow? Yes. Do I have a routine? Yes. So now I want you to imagine this. Use your imagination right now. You wake up and you know exactly what you're looking at. The skill set is there. You've learned how to enter and exit trade. You have every single thing intact. Good for you. You can have it written down. You can have it written down. So when you have it written down, it's as simple as that. Then you wake up in the morning. What do? You make sure your nervous system is intact. And then what do? You also need to make sure you are having your simulation training, whereby you are basically back testing, preparing yourself to make sure whatever happens. Okay. And then we have your outcome detachment. So your outcome detachment is whereby you lose before the losses, or you win before the wins. In that case, your emotions become neutral. Are you with me? So that nobody will worry you. So now that after you have been able to understand how the mind of a scalper can be built with these systems, the next thing that you need to do is to be able to understand the emotional pitfalls that destroy scalpers. The emotional pitfalls that destroy scalpers. After the emotional pitfall that destroys scalpers, we will now talk about the traits of a true scalper, whether you have it or not. Okay, I know today's lesson is more technical, so if this is your first time, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I have to do it technical like this for it to make sense. Now, what is the emotional pitfalls that destroy scalpers? I wrote down some couple of few things here. Number one is over trading. Over trading is caused by dopamine. It's when you know that you have finished trading the system that you have, but some part of you wants to still execute trades outside your system. You start over trading. So normally people that are saying they are scalpers, they normally have a tendency of over trading. So that person will now end up either taking away their edge, or they might probably not have edge at all. So that is number one. Number one is over trading. Number two is burnout. Remember when we were talking about performance, we said one of the things when we're talking about blowing an account, one of the things that we said was, as a trader, the minute you understand that you are a performer, and so you are performing, and therefore you need to understand there is something called fatigueness, and there is emotional fatigue, and there is physical fatigue, and there is mental fatigue. And so as a trader, the more you make more than 2 emotional decisions in a day, your brain will start to get into a space where it becomes a little bit exhausted. So the second thing that can cause a disaster for a scalper is burnout. So that is why you need to have a non-negotiable system that makes sure you are always rewired in a way that you are fine. Okay, so number one, watch out for over trading. Number two, burnout. Okay, when it comes to burnouts, it is about when you are taking no breaks and you are just following pressure, you'll be burnt out. Number three is revenge trades. The reason why revenge trade can happen, if my screen is sharing, is when you also get stuck in what we call loss aversion. When you get stuck into loss aversion, you become angry because you remove your stop loss and the market went there, didn't reverse on time, you got angry, you closed the trade, it came back here again, you took the trade to recover, it did you bad again, and then it went there and you couldn't catch the whole entire market again, and so on and so forth. And then now you are angry. So what is going to happen is you're going to revenge the trade. Why? Because you want to get the markets to give your money back to you. But remember, expectations, the market doesn't have to do anything for you. Does that make sense? You just need to respect your rules. So number one, over trading. Number two, burnout. Number three, revenge trades. Number four, addiction. A lot of people are mistaking passion for addiction. You can be obsessed with something that can lead to addiction. It may not necessarily mean it's a good thing, because if you are addicted to executing trades, you're going to chase the dopamines. So emotional dependency on the market movement is not a good thing. It's when people say, I want to be a trader, I want to be a trader. Why? Because they really cannot escape depending on the market movement. They need it to survive. Their dopamine, they crave that. Then we have something called skill stagnation. This is the last thing that can basically also affect traders when they are scalping, is skill stagnation. Skill stagnation is when you are trading with no growth, no structure. So I want to show you something right now, something very powerful. Let's say as a trader, you started with $100 and then you are able to grow this $100 to $1,000. Listen to this carefully now. The person that you are here, over here, that is taking the money from this to this, it's not the same person. Are you with me? This person is not the same person. So maybe let's say from here you were risking $50, $20, and then you compounded, and at some point you're able to get $1,000. The skill was able to help you. Now, if you want to take this $1,000 to $10,000, it requires a different sort of mindset. It requires a different sort of mindset. So normally, in my experience from counseling people, one of the things that I've been able to realize is this. Individuals always get stuck, whereby they grow the account from 1,000 to 300. Sorry, from 100 to 300, from 100 to 400, from 100 to 500. And when they reach 500, they will find themselves coming back again to 100, or they will find themselves going back again to probably 250 or so on and so forth. And then when they also build it to 1,000, they want to take it to 10,000, but they find themselves coming back to 100. All these things, there is a reason. The reason being is because the discipline you with $100 will not be the same discipline you from 1,000 to 10,000. Because now numbers-wise, things are different. Number one. Number two, system-wise, things are different. And so you need to be able to understand that the person that has $100, that took it to 1,000, it's not going to be the same you behind that strategy that will go to a 10,000. Because if you are risking $50 and $100 here, you are going to be risking more to get to 10,000. That is how it works. Your risk to reward ratio will change. And so a lot of people doesn't understand that at some point, you need to be able to understand that you got to keep on growing. So when you start experiencing what we call skill stagnation, what starts happening is you are going to not enjoy the trading. And when you become bored with your own skill, you start to mess up. You don't have any desire for it anymore. Yes, you want to make money, but remember, you are not only trading because of money, you're also trading because you are probably addicted, or you are chasing dopamines. When that becomes the case, you are in trouble. So these are the couple of few emotional pitfalls you should see. It could destroy you as a scalper. So over trading, burnout, revenge trades, addiction, and skill stagnation. So one of the things you need to understand from the bottom of my heart is that scalping doesn't heal wounds, it multiplies them. Scalping doesn't heal wounds, it multiplies them. So at the end of the day, if you are wounded and you think scalping will save you, are in trouble, it will add more pain to your wound. So you need to be able to understand. Cliff, what are you saying? That how do I then know that I'm a scalper? Quite very simple. An individual who is ready to be neutral with emotions when it comes to execution an individual who is ready to be disciplined, an individual who is ready to follow a structure, a system. It is very important that you understand this. Without this, it's not going to be possible for you to survive. Now, what is the trait of a scalper? Cliff, what are you saying? There are people that naturally they have some certain traits that helps them to be a scalper easily. There are people that are going to have to be trained to become scalpers. So if you are going to do this for real, here is what you must leave today with. The number one, do you have a way to be neutral about emotions? Are you emotionally unintelligent? If the answer is no, stay away from scalping for now. Number two, lightning fast execution under calm. What I wrote down here, what that simply means is this. When something is happening too much under pressure, are you able to calm yourself or you react? If that is you, stay away from scalping now. You only just lose money. I'm not saying scalping is not for you. I'm saying this is a call for you to understand the things that is missing in you. So number one, emotional neutrality. Are you somebody who is neutral about emotions? So next time when you see somebody saying that they are a scalper on social media and they are celebrating money they say they made, it should tell you something quickly that this person probably was lucky, because even if they are losing money, they wouldn't even tell us anyways. Does that make sense? So you need to be able to understand this. By this, you can tell that somebody is a scalper by traits, by the way they celebrate when they make some money. I'm not saying don't be grateful, but remember, as a scalper, the more you are celebrating, you are in trouble, because it will start imbalancing your emotions and you are in trouble now. So I'm not saying don't be grateful. I'm saying become emotional neutral. And does that make sense? So as a scalper, emotional neutrality is non-negotiable. Number two, you must be a critical thinker. So a critical thinker is a person that you are not going to hesitate to execute. You think like a military man. Take the shot, take the shot. No questions asked, ask the questions later. Stop loss, stop loss. TP, non-negotiable. Are you with me? You have to make fast executions under pressure. And then number three, iron discipline. You need to be somebody who needs to be disciplined with no excuses. For example, for me, I built my discipline level. I'm not somebody that naturally I was somebody who was disciplined in all areas, but I was disciplined in some areas. I can be very disciplined by the grace of God, but I'm not disciplined in all areas. There are sometimes I wish I could be able to do X, Y, Z, but at the end of the day, I've been able to train myself to be very disciplined in many areas. And that is what is helping me by the grace of God, really. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. For example, when we started this year, we said we're going to do many episodes of TP Masterclass. We have done it. This is our 20th episode. We have done it. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to understand that being disciplined simply means doing what you have to do regardless of how you feel. So it doesn't matter whether you are in a good mood or a bad mood, you need to execute the plan. So iron discipline. Number four is routines and post-trade reviews. If you are somebody that you don't like doing post stuff, meaning that before something, preparation or warm up, scalping is not for you. Believe me. So normally you will see that people who scalp, they go into the session, they do their thing, they go to the gym. I'm telling you, you need to have a post-trading routine, whether push-ups or something. But Cliff, how would this make me money? Try it and see. You have tried not pushing up. Push up and try it. What do you have to lose? If you are broke not doing push-ups, do the push-up and still be broke. At least we will get body for that one, isn't it? Think about it. If you are broke right now and you're not happy with your results, and you're not doing push-ups, you have nothing to lose. Do the push-ups anyway and be a broke pusher, if that is a word. So I'm just basically trying to tell you that try something new. You have tried scalping from just strategy basis only. Try scalping also from a system base. All these things I'm teaching you, practice it and see if something doesn't happen to your trading. And come back into my email and tell me, Cliff, you are lying. Just do that. Just try it. Do have a post-trading routine and see if something doesn't change in the market for you. Are you with me? So your routines and your post-trade reviews must be intact. And then number five is detachment from single trade results. As I'm telling you, you need to be able to make sure celebrating and being sad needs to be off the books for you. Don't be easily impressed. Yes, you made $5 today. I'm happy for you. Good news, but let's continue. You made $1,000 today, and so what? Let's continue because you have more place to go. You want to be able to become a consistent scalper, isn't it? So don't celebrate too much about past performance, because the more you celebrate too much on past performance as a trader, you are in trouble, because that past performance will now create an emotion that will create an expectation, and you will be in trouble by sabotaging your rules. So, ladies and gentlemen, look. When it comes to trading, these things that we say, if you truly listen to them with an open heart, you will know that it's killing some certain mindset you have. I know. People said that you are fake. I know it's not your job to prove to them. And if you are a mentor, listen to me carefully now. If you are a mentor or somebody who desires to teach other people, don't let your mentees and other people force you to prove a point by showing results. It is not by force. From the bottom of my heart, it is not by force. You don't need to show people your results to prove them that you are a trader. They will know. They will know by the way you teach. They will know by the way you talk. They will know by the way you are consistent in other areas of your life. So if you are a mentor and I see that you are trying to prove a point, and I'm laughing because I'm like, if you are proving a point to the people thinking that you are fake or whatever, then you are showing me that your mindset is not matured enough. Because in this world, no matter what you do, people will talk. So if you're a mentor and you're listening to me, just listen to me carefully now. You have nothing to prove to anyone. If you are hungry, only you and your household knows. If you are fake, then eventually time will expose you. But if you know you are genuine and you are teaching the real thing, time will promote you. It's as simple as that. You have nothing to prove to anybody. And if you are here right now and somebody is telling you, oh, you have started trading and you are still failing, don't worry. Just keep on focusing. Keep on focusing, keep on backtesting, keep on practicing. You don't need to prove anything to them, because if you decide to prove something to them, it will create a certain kind of attachment to your outcomes. Are you with me? So number one, the last thing is deep focus and controlled aggression. These are the 7 things I want you to write down now. Number one, emotional neutrality. Number 2, fast execution under calmness. Okay. Number 3, iron discipline. Number 4, routines and post-trade reviews. And then number 5, detachment from single trade results. Number 6 is deep focus, controlled aggression. And the last thing that I will give you as a bonus is the ability for you to be able to understand that growth is part of trading. As a scalper, you need to grow. You need to grow mentally. You need to grow in other areas of your life. So now, what do I want it to be a key takeaway from this masterclass? Listen to me carefully now. You came on this masterclass and you're asking yourself, Cliff, what do I get from this masterclass? I will tell you what you're going to get from this masterclass. You may have heard about the strategy scalping. What does it truly mean? Does scalping mean somebody who makes money fast? No. Scalping is an individual who is willing to go through the pressure and be disciplined following a structure regardless of the outcome, over and over and over again, as a goal to be able to catch couple of few pips, 5, 10, 15, 20 maybe, to make good money over a period of time. So a scalper think in series, not just one-time trade affair. Are you with me? So if you are here and all these things that I was telling you, you didn't understand, how to be able to apply that as a trader, today that should give you clarity that a scalper is not somebody who wants to make money fast. Making money fast is not executing fast. Making money fast is finding the right opportunity and executing it the right way. What does it mean to execute the right way? To execute the right way simply means the ability for you to be able to stick to your plan regardless of how you feel. So as a scalper right now, what does that should be able to tell you? The number one, you are going to come across situations whereby sometimes it will be favorable, but you need to execute and pull the trigger and follow your plan. And so you are here and you're asking me, Cliff, how then do I become a scalper? I have told you, build structures, create a system for your nervous system, simulated pressure training, outcome detachment, and focus shielding. Now, Cliff, when then do I learn about technicals? When you are creating the structure first. What did I say? Structure first. As a scalper, your structure is very important. Your edge is very important. If you don't have an edge, you are in trouble as a scalper. Your edge is very, very important. Even every trader, yes, but as I said, I'm talking to scalpers today. When we come to the intraday next week, you will talk about that as well. So as a scalper, your edge must be intact. Non-negotiable system of data of analysis that you can interpret must be non-negotiable. Entry, exit, key levels, bam, you are good to go. Then you need to be able to understand from there, you build other systems and structures that will help you. So the next time that somebody asks somebody who is a scalper, is this somebody who makes money fast? No. Is this somebody who is able to click, buy and sell quickly? No, not necessarily. So who is a scalper? If I'm able to get a couple of few people to put some answers in the comment section today, I have been able to do my job as trying to let you understand who a scalper actually really is mentally. So who is a scalper? If right now, based on this information, if you paid attention, who is a scalper? Is this somebody who is tired of life and wants to make money quick? No. Is this somebody that the landlord is knocking on your door for your bills, that you have to make money quick and go and pay the landlord? No. So who is a scalper? Who is a scalper? By this understanding, it will let you understand that, man, even though I need money fast, I still need to respect the rules. Yes. Because a lot of times people are blowing money, not because the market was aggressive, but because you were aggressive on yourself in the market. I'm going to say it again. A lot of people blow the account, not because the market was aggressive on them. It was because they were aggressive on themselves in the market. Are you with me? So who is a scalper? Now let's go into the comment section. Let's go and see. Who is a scalper? Who is a scalper? Who is a scalper? Please talk to me, ladies and gentlemen. Who is a scalper? It's a person who remains calm under pressure. Thank you, Nelson. I like that. Who is a scalper? Who is a scalper? Come on now. A scalper is someone who executes flawlessly, has a system that they follow religiously, and remain calm under pressure. This is now mentorship, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, when it comes to mentorship, it's not every day that the things that I have to teach needs to motivate you. Some of them is boring. I know. Almost how many hours on this call, but I need to teach you these technical things. You may not like it, but you will visit this masterclass later. Believe me. So next time when we say who is a scalper, you need to understand who is a scalper. A scalper is someone said me. I believe you. It is you. I believe you. A person who has non-negotiable structure, that is a scalper. Someone who can make quick decisions in the market, that is a scalper. Somebody who is a critical thinker. So if you don't have these traits, sometimes I used to always crack a joke. Based on the data that I studied about some of my clients, I realized all the good scalpers, they play games. They have PlayStation. Isn't that funny? In the data, psychologically, all the scalpers that I have counseled, they all play games. The irony, isn't it? They all play games. Literally, all of them play games. They all know how to play some kind of a PlayStation or something. All of them. All of them. I'm telling you guys the truth. All of them. All of them. All of them. They know how to play games. So a critical thinker. So psychologically, that is it. Are you guys with me? So now that we have been able to talk about scalping here, the next thing is intraday. We're going to talk about intraday and we're going to talk about swing trader. This series is not going to be your favorite motivational series, whatever. It's technicals. And then the last episode of this of the series, I'm going to go on to trading view, and then I will show you guys simulation way of the things that affect traders live on the market. You will understand why you are in a trade and something is happening to you. So I will teach you something whereby you will know that next week, I'm going to pick up 3 famous strategies like ICT, smart money concept, and pure price action trading. And I will tell you the kind of attacks of emotions that affect different kind of these strategies to the trader. I will show you the emotions and the psychological problems backed up by that strategies. So you will know why, even though you have studied ICT, still you are in trouble. Not because you are bad. It's because something is not matching your personality. I told you guys from last week that people who study smart money concept, normally there are people that they want to sound smart. So when you ask them, why do you think gold will sell? Run away. Run away immediately. If you ask a smart money concept trader or an ICT trader, why do you think gold will sell? Run. Because the English that person will speak, all they are trying to basically say is either there is momentum coming in, there is sweeping of liquidity. No, but they're not going to say it like that. They will speak in English that you'll be like, wow, you are intelligent. But then that person finds out still they are not profitable because it's not the English, chief. It's not the English. It's really not the English. It's about the ability for you to let the strategy become your conviction based on your personality that matches the executional standards of that strategy. So every single concept in this industry as a strategy is based on the conviction of a perception and the personality of the individual. Are you with me? So next week, God willing, we are going to take our first couple of 50-30 minutes to look at all these strategies and how they affect people psychologically and how you can prepare yourself and so on and so forth. And then we take it out from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this series, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. I'm going to tell you something. Is this thing ready? I wanted to celebrate this individual. I don't know if he's ready or not. So today, let me just see something right now that we take it out from there. We are going to celebrate somebody won the spotlight of the month. We want to celebrate this individual. This person won the spotlight of the month. The spotlight of the month. Can we drop some number ones in the chat for me? Let's celebrate this person right now. The spotlight of the month. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know. I don't know if I can upload it here or if the team can bring it up. I don't know, but let's see. Guys, can we see the spotlight of the month? So this individual, let me see. Okay. I think, yes, we can. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to celebrate this person right now. This person has really been a very committed member. And so congratulations to this individual. I'm pretty much sure it's possible he's not even on this stream right now, but hopefully he is. So let's bring it up on the screen. Perfect. So this individual at this moment right now is our spotlight of the month. His name is Finoko Omega. Congratulations to you wherever you are. You are going to email. The team will bring the banner up on the screen. Email the team at this moment right now. Let me just quickly. Can you guys let us drop some number ones in the chat for this individual right now? Congratulations to this individual. You are going to get. A cash prize, and also at the end of the day, you are going to get a free consultation with myself. So congratulations to you. All that you have to do is to basically email the team. And at the end of the day, just email the team. I'm going to bring it up on the screen as well. Just email the team. And at the end of the day, you can be able to get your cash prize. So email the team wherever you are, team@cliffcheqona.com. Email the team at cliffcheqona.com. If you are watching this stream later on, you can email the team at cliffcheqona.com. And then you can basically tell them that you are the winner. Of course, we'll verify just in case. And then we will get back to you with your price and the time for the schedule for me to meet you and congratulate you very well at the end of the day. Okay? All right. Now, at the end of the day, I have something that I want to show as well. Can I have it? All right. Thank you. So I have something that I want to show you guys right now as well. So there is something very interesting I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys something. So watch this, guys. So I'm going to show you guys something here. So we remember I told you guys we want to do trading psychology beyond an abstract concept. And at the end of the day, something happened. I was trying to look for a way that we can help traders because there are some traders and people who have serious problems. And so God being so good and amazing, one of the most biggest, companies right now in this world currently right now, they are responsible for creating systems that helps or stimulate people's vagus. So vagus stimulator is basically a tool that is able to help to rewire your mind at a certain time. People are going to say it sounds weird, but anyway, so this company basically decided to send me. I didn't pay for this. It's a very expensive product. I didn't pay for it. I didn't even pay for the shipping. None of that. It took care. So it came today, and I told myself that I will come on this stream. My goal is to make sure that we can organize many of these systems for the traders, because there are traders that don't know why they are emotional. They are like, I don't know how to control it. What do I do? Do I do breathing? I told you guys we want to do trading psychology beyond an abstract concept. So as you guys can see, this is a product. It's called NeuroSim. And they told me, Cliff, we want you to test this for 14 days. So I'm going to document the whole entire journey of the 14 days. It's a very expensive neuroscience tool. So I'm gonna test this and give my actual honest review. I have not even opened it because, guys, I wanted to come and open it with you guys. I have not opened it. I don't even know what is in it. I don't know what is in it. I'm now opening it for the first time. So this is how it looks like. It's called it's a vagus stimulator. Apparently, you're gonna put it in your ear. And then when you put it in your ear, not like in your ear, there is something it comes with and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a tool. When you put it on this part of your ear, it will make you calm. It's even if you are panicking, you will stop panicking and stuff like that. It's a powerful technology. And I was like, wow, how I wish many traders can get access to this. And God being so good, this company decided to send me this. And I was shocked with their support. So my conversations with them is, how can we make sure TP family members get access to this tool so that they stop blowing accounts? So guys, I'm looking forward to this experiment. This is how it looks like. It comes with something, you put it here, and then you can use it. So I will let you guys know after 14 days, my actual review, how it helped me. If it helped me, I will let you guys know. I'll be very transparent with the whole entire structure. This is the first time. You guys know me. I don't talk about any product here, but they were very honorable to me. They gave me this and they shipped it all the way here to Dubai. And so I just thought, hey, I'm going to share it with the community here on TP Masterclass for you guys to know. So I will document this. And if at the end of the day, it's a good product, we will take it out from there. If it's not, I will give them an honest review. But I will let you guys also know how it goes. If it's going to actually help traders to not blow an account, we will see. But at the end of the day, if you guys are excited for me, just let me know and drop some ones in the chat. You guys wish me all the best. I hope that it doesn't blow my medulla oblongata. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much again. Congratulations to the individual that won the gifts. I will let you guys know how this goes sooner or later, guys. There are technologies that will help the average retail trader as well. Our goal as an advocate is to make sure we talk about trading psychology beyond an abstract concept. We don't just want to talk about emotions, we want to solve emotions. So when sometimes people see me and say, Cliff, you know what? Okay, so what are you talking about? What would it be? Don't worry, Chief. We have a lot of things in the pipeline. There is some product that we're going to show you guys that you guys will know. And these products, some of you guys in the TP family, you will be shocked to the level of how it will spike up your game in this industry. Because you can do something, but when you have the tools, it enhances it. So even me personally, myself, I'm excited for this to see how this will help me in my next 14 days in my actual personal life. I will document the whole entire journey. I'll put it on the YouTube so that you guys can see it. Some of you guys probably might be happy to go see how it works. So with that all being said, thank you so much, guys, for joining this masterclass today. I'm super excited. So the spotlight of the month, don't forget to email the team. They will get back to you. They will give you a cash prize. And then I will also meet you and congratulate you next week. Don't forget, we are talking about something very important with the series as well. Some people today, let me take a quick in the next 5 minutes before we go. I want to do something that I normally don't do. This is our last Saturday of the month. Let me take some few Q&As. Media, can we bring some Q&As that you guys thought I should talk about it? I don't want to just ignore it. Just 2-3 minutes. Let me take some Q&As. Please be respectful with the questions you ask, because sometimes, some people may not get it, and some people use the right words when you're asking questions. Don't use swearing words. It's really not necessary. Because on this platform we are really people of honor and respect, so you should really don't do that. Okay, so is there any questions that can come up on the screen right now before we go? Any questions? If you have any questions right now, ask me. I will answer you right now. What is the top three, please? Top three of what? I said I wanted to answer questions, but I don't know where it is right now. What was that? What is the top three of what? I want to stay on and watch you guys. So what is the top three of what? I want to understand. I don't understand this. Okay, I don't get what it means. Okay, guys, with that all being said, okay, let's see, another comment came up. When are you coming to Accra? So we are doing a TP masterclass offline in 4 countries is the goal. We are trying to know when we can do it. We are thinking about Kenya. We are thinking about South Africa. And we are thinking about Ghana. And we are thinking about either Lagos or Abuja, one of them. So 4 countries, TP Masterclass offline tour. And this tour, I'm hoping by then the book also might be ready so that you guys can have the physical copy as well, so on and so forth. So you guys just okay, so the program for the accountability, the website is almost ready. As soon as the website is done, you guys will have the chance to be able to get access to the accountability program without we doing manual onboarding. The reason why I stopped the accountability program was because of the manual onboarding. It was too much of work because we didn't have the systems then to automate it, because a lot of people were requesting for access and we didn't have the right access for that. And so that was the reason why. Okay, so we'll do that. Can I scalp on some of times and do intraday or swing on sometimes this? Also, guys, I'm going to basically say something right now quickly. You can say, what is the best place for entry? Okay, guys, these questions now is questions I normally help people with on one-on-one. The team is going to provide an easy way for you to be able to ask me questions directly or come on a call with me and I can talk to you. There is a program we are launching now as well. The program that we are launching now is people who wants me to come live with them. And then one-on-one, I will be on the live stream with them while they are trading and just 15 minutes seeing what they are doing. Because some people needs more than just these kind of master classes. And I cannot be able to answer all these questions right now, but that is something that we are preparing. There is many things that we are bringing in the pipeline. Believe me, if you have been somebody following this family for a long time, you will know that the things we teach, it actually impacts lives. You may not understand why. Just trust the process. That is all that matters. Okay, with that all being said, and also shout out to every single person. I have so much interesting people on this live stream today. Some of them are mentors. Some of them are doctors. I'm seeing you guys all in the comment section right now, what I'm going through. I honor you guys so much. I thank you guys so much. Every single person, all the mentors on here as well. Thank you. God bless you. And also God bless you, Kema, as always. Thank you so much, Shells, as always as well. Willis couldn't make it today. You guys know why. You guys don't know why, but next week we'll tell you. He has some personal reasons, but next week we are resuming the book segment as well. With that all being said, thank you so much, guys, for coming on this master stream. Please don't forget to go back again and watch this masterclass again before the next one so you can understand something. And also, if you have not seen some of our playlists, go to the YouTube channel, go to the playlist, and you will see the masterclass and you can watch the other videos. Thank you so much. Have an amazing evening. God bless you all, and bye-bye.
Trading is a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. 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 Fix your mind, fix your trading.